fucking live. Almost accidentally said I'm dickin' live, and that would have been a very different situation.
Well, either way, that's caught in my stream.
Streaming on the wrong site. Streaming on the wrong site.
Oh God! Ah! Just moans. It's just imagine just the weirdest fucking moan to be.
Wild. All right.
Fuck.
Tags. I've done my stuff. God.
All right.
I hope I replaced my intro. I think I did.
It would be
Did I?
really funny if you didn't. By the way, should we start the intro?
Check. I'm gonna check, make sure I did.
I'm gonna go ahead and run my intro. You just exist.
I did. We're good. I set it to the 4th, which is what we were.
There we go.
Right. There we go. Intro done. And now we get to the other part of the intro.
The other part where you explain what happened last.
Yep.
And the music
or
plays.
Play a fun game of everyone tries to do it. We'll
At the same time.
No. Okay.
Everyone explain
we'll
what you
chunks.
remember.
Ethan, I'm going to have you explain a part, and then I'm going to say stop, and then we're going to move to Dylan, then I'm going to say stop, and then we're going to move to Shim, and then I'm going to say stop, and we'll move to Cameron. Are you guys ready?
I'm gonna have to
Are
see
doing
where
this
we even
in character or just as ourselves?
Yes, we're doing it as in character because that's funny. Go, Ethan, start.
are. Oh
Man.
God.
I don't know if I remember enough.
I don't remember.
I finally
anything,
learned
actually.
something new. Apparently, our friend Velm here is not a bokoblin.
It's Velk.
Still working on. I'm still learning. I'm still working on people's names, and we got a new fucker here. Hey, what's up? So now we gotta go fucking somewhere else. I gotta actually.
Dylan, your turn. You go. Pick up where you left off.
Alright, so we kicked the ass of some chic shenaniganery. Link almost died for a minute there. But it's okay. It's okay. We had two healers at the time with Zelda and our boy Aki over here. We kicked their asses. We unfroze this weird whatever the hell he is. And now we're on our new journey to something that I don't remember.
Dylan, stop, Dylan. Shim, continue.
After we've been accompanied by this oddly man, we fought ninjas, right? And we learned of a connection between a dog and Velk. Something like that. I don't remember the last episode enough.
Okay. Stop, Cameron, go.
The big guy over here ran over all them seekers. We established where we needed to go next, and we had the brilliant idea of trying to forge Zelda's signature to try and get into the Gerudo Valley over there. However, turns out we didn't need to forge the signature. He just gave it to us, and then we haven't quite figured out where we're gonna go. But after some shenanigans, I followed gray guy there. I forgot your name. Sorry about that, friend. bald gray guy there, and I think he's having a conniption over there. He's
Did he just call me
staring off
gray?
into space.
Alright.
Yes, apologies.
I will pick up from there then to kind of hone things back in, because yes, nighttime had approached. Velk, Tumton, I believe.
Tungton.
Tungton, sorry. New character, gotta get used to the name. Okay. So Velk, Tungton, and the wolf that people outside of the game know as Wolf Link are taken outside and sit next to a tree to kind of observe the night sky.
That's right. I had like a private moment with the wolf.
Yes, and enjoy the moment. But as they were enjoying this moment, the wolf and Velk were trying to kind of come to a form of understanding when the wolf began to howl and magic began to disperse through the area, but specifically only affecting Velk. And in this moment, while in the perspective, there I fucking couldn't think the word perspective of Tungton, nothing seemed to be happening. However, in the actual scenario that Velk was in, his whole world changed. The areas around him became eternally night, duller in color but vibrant in some others. And poof.
Reminds me of
Transition.
home. Oh shit. That's a big ass
This-
moon.
This is the image you are now made aware of.
What?
Okay, calm down. So, I will stop this music and I will change some music. Alright.
Wonder, is there a way to hide the grid for a
Sitting
moment?
next to you, Velk, you knew to be this green, like dark green colored wolf, almost black in fur. But when you looked over now, it was no longer just a wolf, it was a link. But not the one you know of. This link looks oddly familiar, maybe through some imagery you have seen in your home in the Twilight Realm, but this doesn't make any sense. The imagery you know was recorded nearly thousands of years ago. Yet, before you
No.
sits someone that should not be here. But he, looking at you, speaks, unlike the other Link, saying, "It has been a while since I have seen another Twilight. Is Midna okay?"
Midna.
Do you...
Han, I don't remember my lore with Midna. Han. I have to really quickly reread my lore.
Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna actually, while you're doing that, I have to turn my air conditioner on because I'm freezing my butt off. I'm dropping stuff everywhere.
Let me just real quickly Google the lifespan of Twilight.
Sorry. There is, I don't believe, any actual generalized amount of time, but for the most part, it's understood that they can live for an extended period past what most people can. Similar to how I believe Hylians can live a little beyond the normal.
Yeah.
Best example would be like the Sheikah. But you know the Twilight probably have higher extents of that longevity. For you, what I will give as a bit of information, help you in the situation, because I do feel like your character would be knowledgeable on this.
Okay.
Your
Yeah.
character is very book read.
Yeah. She would have lived for like 400 years. That's about
Yeah,
the lifespan of a Twilight.
So in this situation, you know that Midna was actually someone you were very close related to. Maybe not like super close, but you know.
A few thousand years ago. That's probably like what, 3 generations ago. She would be like my great grandmother.
Yeah, exactly. She was exactly that. You knew that she was also, at one point, the queen of the Twilight Realm. Or the princess. Wink, wink. But this connection to you and her is exactly as you had said before. It is familial. It is grandmotherly. And hearing this phrase is bewildering. What do you say in this moment?
Minna? You mean my great grandmother? I mean, she died when I was little, but
You say these words immediately, and you see his face kind of stiffen and kind of sour a bit. Not in like anger, but in sadness. And he brings his head down a little bit, and I see. I guess time has not been the best for her. But
Wait.
I hope she did well.
she did very well during her rule. Wait a minute. If you knew her, how old are you?
That is a good question. I wish I knew the answer to, honestly.
And you look
I...
familiar.
I'm sure to you, might look a lot like the other Link out there. And I say that very specifically.
Now that
He
you
is a
mention
reincarnation. But there is a strange difference between the two of us.
reincarnation. Yeah.
I don't entirely understand the magics of the situation myself, but I have been brought to this world this time. I don't know how. And as he's saying this, he's kind of looking past himself, like looking out and towards the moon. And then his figure becomes a bit more pronounced, stout. He seems to have this feeling of he knows things, or he knows what's to come. As he continues saying, I don't know how, but I think I know why.
Now that
Have
I
you...
think, yeah.
Sorry, you go.
Now that I think about it, she did tell me stories when I was little about a Highland she met named Link. I thought about it whenever we met the other Link, but I just thought it was maybe a common name among Highlands. But a reincarnation?
I don't know how common my name would be, but yes. Every few generations, a Link is born alongside that of a new Zelda. It is in hopes of stopping a greater evil, one that I had to face in my time of, well, living. What makes this whole situation confusing is I know I died a long time ago. I remember growing old and teaching my own children how to fight the way I had been taught. In my time, I had felled the evil with the help of Midna. And we reached a momentary, what would you call it?
Peace.
Exactly. Peace. So much time has passed. So many things have changed. My appearance in this world solely to protect this other me, to teach him things that maybe he didn't know, similar to how I was taught by my master. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
He, in this moment, kind of looks towards you a little bit more closely and kind of looks you in the eyes. Have you ever felt that you've had a purpose in life that is destined to happen?
No, not really. I just kind of navigated and did what I want and just researched what I wanted. Everything's just kind of been a game for me.
You see him kind of chuckle at that a little bit. He then once again turns and looks back out towards the moon and says, "Oh, how I wish it was but that of a game. A game where you could frolic through the fields and enjoy life without worry or fear. But destiny has a way of weaving a horrible thread. I think I was brought here, as I have said, to protect this Link, to teach him, to guide him more. And I think you and your friends have a similar destiny. But I think it might be grander than you would assume. I do not know the machinations of what is happening, but I can tell the magics in this world are tearing each other apart.
I felt it. Something's disarray. It feels like something is... Like, they already had a big calamity and a big trial that they already completed, but it feels like there's something still wrong.
Lingering. I have been walking with this Link for a while now. I have seen things that I have never seen in my lifetime. Beasts of pure and unadulterated malice, fused with this machinery that holds, in my opinion, more destructive power than I have seen since, well, since the Twilight took over. I don't know what this world is going through, but I do feel that we must stop it. Or at least help postpone it as much as we can. I want to ask you to do something for me. For I cannot
Alright.
speak the way I do to Link. He only hears what the wolf hears, as barks or growls or whatnot. I cannot speak to him, but you, we have a connection.
So you want me to speak for you?
To an extent. I want you to speak with me. I would like, when we meet up, to collect and gather information. Back in my life, I had traveled and spoken with many other adventurers, gathering information on things that were happening in the world when the Twilight were taking over the lands of Hyrule. It helped me eventually fell the evil within the lands. And I think it will be very necessary here as well, to be able to connect the dots better. We are much closer to the realms of magic than others. I am currently... It kind of looks at his hands. And... First roll of the day, I want you to roll me a perception check.
Alright, first roll of the day. Let's hope it's a good one.
Good luck.
It wasn't.
Crap.
See what happens whenever you say things.
Alright, that's funny. So, take a sip of drink. Alright. You look at him, look at his hands, and to you he just seems to be reminiscing. But he continues speaking. He kind of even holds his hands up to the light of the moon. You don't know why, but there is a mourningfulness to his, well, his gaze. As he says, I feel that I am less real than I would like to realize. But being so allows me to deeply connect to the world around us. Similar to how you connect to the world of magic. The Twilight were naturally born and gifted with. Midna herself was extremely gifted. She was actually the one who helped me in my time of need. Because of her magics, it allowed me to revert in times back to my normal form. The form you see before you now. That wolf-like form in the other world was a curse. But it quickly turned into a power, a strength that I had not wielded before. Allowed me to observe parts of the world that I would never have been thought possible.
I see.
think
A whole
your
different
connection-
perspective.
Exactly. We can observe the world in different ways, in different perspectives, that will hopefully allow us to do greater things. But with that being said, I would like to give you something. You won't know what it is yet. But when it happens, you will know what it's from, who it's from.
Okay.
If you would be so kind, lend me your hand.
I hold out my hand.
He reaches with his, I'm trying to remember, I don't remember what that Link's dominant hand is. I think
Left
it's
hand.
left-handed.
They're all left-handed.
Well, not all Links are left-handed.
Even Breath
It's
of the Wild
mostly
Link
the
is.
3D ones. I know, that's what I'm saying, though, but not all of them were.
Really? Well, yeah, because some of them weren't like the actual reincarnation of Link. They just happen to have
What?
the name Link. Some Links in the games aren't like the reincarnation of Link. They're just a random kid.
Wind Waker is a very explicit thing of that.
Yeah.
Because Wind Waker Link, he went through his own trials because of the shit in Ocarina of Time, it led to the creation of Wind Waker. And that Link is just straight up a normal kid who had gone through the trials of Link to become Link, basically.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
Why
he's
is
just,
it
he's just a
okay?
kid.
So he just coincidentally has the name Link. He sets off on a journey.
Well, granted,
becomes like
he
it's a
technic-
power of like
he-
Triforce.
He technically, it's technically a case of like, well, his name's whatever. It's just default Link because it makes it simple.
Yeah.
Because you name your character in that game.
Left-handed.
Oh,
It's suspected. That is true, yes. Also, what is that image, Ethan? I just noticed that.
You only now notice that?
I've
I've
in
been
tune with the
staring at
situation.
that
I did not
for
notice
like
that.
the last 30 minutes.
That's really
my
funny.
thing was scrolled up a lot, alright? I only just now actually noticed it because I was too much busy paying to the actual number. But anyways,
Holy
he
shit.
reaches out with his left hand and grasps it. And when he does, you notice this light emerge on the palm of his hand, or not the palm, the back of his hand. Sorry, I don't know what the actual part of that's called.
I think it's just called the back of the hand.
I think it is. You notice a single triangle, this yellow golden light, begin to form on his hand, and this light emits all around you, almost blindingly.
What
As
the?
something has happened, though you may not know of what it is. You feel that you have been in some form or fashion blessed by whatever it is he has done. He retracts his hand from you and says, "There will be a time when that gift is needed, and I hope that it does help you in some form or fashion. As it has helped me."
I look at the symbol in my hand, trying to figure out what it is. Can I do a history check to see if I can remember?
Oh yes, please.
hey, that's
You know
pretty
what?
good.
I think I'll give it to you. Let me quickly grab the image.
Let me see what has just randomly formed on my hand. Alright, Cody, time to change the thumbnail again. You gotta add the piece of the Triforce onto my hand.
It ain't that, buddy.
That would be funny. He's like, let's see if you know what it is. Roll history, and it's the Triforce.
No, but You might recognize this, depending upon if you've actually played the game.
I did not.
but it
I did
is-
not actually play Twilight Princess.
It appears as like a silhouette on your hand, almost like a blackened tattoo.
Did you send that to me
no.
somewhere?
I'm trying to. Okay, it's being weird. Discord's being weird. Hold on.
I cast engine failure.
This appears on the other opposing side of your hand. It is a symbol, not the actual physical thing.
Why
like
is it so
silhouette.
zoomed in? Okay, what the hell? Okay, what'd you say this did?
It is a blessing that will eventually show itself to be true. You do not know what it is, but what I will say is, in your inventory, you can mark it down as, we'll just say, Wolf Link's blessing.
Okay. Wolf Link's blessing. I couldn't fucking put the image up. And can you post the image in the fucking chat, in the D&D chat?
I did? It's in Discord, right?
No, not that one. The other one.
Oh, that. Back cry.
I thought only Ethan had that power.
Okay. Wolf Link's blessing
I gotta
is now in my
the code.
inventory.
Alright, give me a second.
Because it's just like I tried opening it up in the browser and it just zoomed way in.
I don't know if this will work, but I'm gonna hope it does. Come on, wait, let me click it. There we go. There's no way this is gonna work. Yeah, no.
X.
Yay! X!
I
X.
think I have to find the actual image.
Oh, there we go. Now it's like functioning properly, but... So that symbol is on my hand?
Oh, you can see it?
Yeah, I can see it now.
It's like a link. The X.
Oh, okay. Give me a second.
So three-dimensional. It's like a silhouette or a shadow on my hand. I don't know.
Yeah. I gotta re-fucking type this shit. Because I'm not good at remembering. There it is. Please.
Ugh.
Nope, typed it wrong.
Yay!
Alright. I don't fucking... Yeah, you know, I was gonna try to put it in chat so maybe the people could see it, but I can't fucking get that shit to work.
It's fine. It's fine. It's working. The X worked. People can see what the fuck the symbol is. Now continue the description of what this thing is doing and how.
Best description I can give you is you'll eventually find out.
Okay, cool.
You just know that you've been blessed by Link in some form or fashion.
All
But
right.
You do not know of it yet. What I
Wolf
will allow you
Link's
to do,
blessing.
just because you are a person of study and of magic, roll me an Arcana check. As you're observing this imagery. It. Thanks for the effort, Burbo. You tried. Burbo's just not good at computers. But you observe this new, effectively tattoo placed on the back of your hand, and it is a mystery to you. You feel as there is familiarity with this design, but you can't quite put your finger on as to why or where. But there is something there. It may just take a little bit more time. And as you think this, Link looks over at you and he says, I think you'll find the time to use that when it is proper.
All
But
right.
Try not to die in the times coming ahead.
I'm sorry.
This
What now?
world needs... I think this world needs you and your friends for what is to come. I can sense a very familiar, foreboding energy approaching. It's almost like I can feel it in my being. And it worries me. But I think we'll be okay.
All right.
I do not have much time left in this world with you, so we should... If you have anything to ask, now would be the time. And as he says this, you will notice that he himself actually looks like he's beginning to fade ever so slightly. A little bit translucent.
Alright. Han, do you know where the how to fix the portal back to my home? How did Minna go back?
He kind of furrows his brow in thought. I am unaware of how you managed into this world. I assume you went through a mirror of Twilight. But the one that I last saw was completely eviscerated by Minna.
Yeah.
For only the mirror itself can ever be truly destroyed by the true heir to the throne. I am unaware of any other mirrors. Well, hold on. You see him kind of like hold his chin a bit and kind of deepen himself in thought. No, there was another mirror. It was in chunks. This fisherman was putting the pieces together. But when Link had found all the pieces and had managed to combine them, I think the mirror disappeared.
So there is a mirror somewhere, and Link put it together?
He is much like that of a cat, a little too curious. I do not blame him, for honestly, this world is filled with amazing, wondrous things.
Jeez,
It is hard to stay focused on a single mission when the world is practically filled with excitement, curiosity.
Jeez, it feels like there's not a place here where Link hasn't involved himself in something.
He has traveled quite a long ways. Actually, where you guys are going, he's been there and inside the city walls, and the way he did it was amusing. I'll bring that up later if it comes up in another conversation. But I think unfortunately our time is being cut short. I do feel that it is a bit awkward to constantly call me Link or Wolf. So, for you, I will give you a different name. Can you call me Light?
Light? Yeah, alright.
That will be enough for me. He holds out his hand, and he looks at you and says, "It was nice to meet someone who can actually talk with me. It's been a very long time."
Yeah, I'd imagine that'd be annoying.
You have no idea. And I assume you shake his hand.
Yep. Thanks,
And as you
Light.
do, you both effectively fade out of this world as it dims back to the normal world around you, as everything once again goes back to the norm. And I'll slap you guys on the map. And
Lore.
when you awake, you notice that Light is now just sleeping, completely out of consciousness. He's resting very peacefully.
I guess he used a
Before
lot of
we
energy
continue
for
from
that.
there, Tungton,
Just
what were you
turn to
doing
fucking
this entire
Tungton.
time?
Wait, was I just like
out
sitting
for
there
like a solid-
zoned out?
You were out for a solid 10 minutes.
What, like asleep or just staring into the distance?
You were just kind of blankly staring, maybe with your eyes closed.
Is he okay? Should I do something? He looks focused. I think I just let him sleep. He's probably had a long day. I'll just kind of pretend I don't see him until he snaps out of it.
I can hear you.
Hey! Hold on, I forgot your name. I pinned this earlier. Don't tell me I know your name.
Oh.
Don't tell me. It's Belk.
Belk, hey buddy, you good there? You zoned out for a little there.
Yeah, I'm good. Turns out our little puppo here is a little more special than we thought.
Oh, in what way?
Is what I would ask, and then I'm just going to assume you tell me the knowledge without breaking down 10 minutes of explanation.
I'll just, yeah. No, it has to be realistic. Anyway, starts freaking it. No, I say, it'd be a little. You would not understand. I'm sorry, you just would not. You barely understand that you're not even in your own time.
Keep saying that. So like, I gotta ask, is he like people? Does he understand me?
Yeah, he understands you.
Ah, hey buddy, I'll stop trying to give you dog treats.
Well,
I'll give you real food.
Well, he might still want a dog treat. He's still a wolf.
You hear faint growling from underneath his sleeping position.
Or not. I don't know.
But what time is it right now?
It's time for you to get a watch. Hold on.
Hold on.
Like in
It
what,
is
days at night?
in game. It is nighttime.
All right, cool.
Is nighttime? All right. Well, I Tungton will. I guess seeing as how it's nighttime, I guess I'm gonna like. I don't know what to do.
So, you got any ideas for a place to sleep? I already got my bed lined out.
Alright, hold on a second. We're at the fucking, like, the buildings of the thing that's being built, right? Or where are we?
Yes, this is.
I'm not split up from everybody, am I?
I think
y'all like in a
you
different
and-
room.
I assume
you
that
and
we're,
Aki
like,
are
at...
in another space.
I assume that we're at, like,
I
an
was-
inn area here. And you and I are just upstairs and, like, under the moonlight.
You-
Do you think
So-
Burbo's snoring loud enough to shake the rooms?
Yes. Yes.
yeah, he's huge. This is a big dude.
There's just a
No,
slight
and you guys
vibration every now and
would
then.
100% be like sleeping in like this shoddy like kitchen-esque area, right? You have like a bunch of pots and pans nearby, so you like Aki is just sitting there, eyes wide open, bloodshot, hearing ding, 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 every time he starts to snore.
Well, am I still being weird around Zelda? I forgot why I was like over
So
here.
Zelda went to her own space, and I think Link and
Can I follow her?
I was gonna say Link had taken. Link went with Robbie to take the one remaining Giga Clan members to do like.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you followed Zelda, you might get your ass kicked by Link. You might...
Link is not- if you choose to follow her, you can.
Oh, hey, it's you again. Security.
Alright.
You're-
I just like
Here.
I just like try to play it off like I'm just running into her like repeatedly, like,
Yeah.
oh, Zelda! Who could have known you would travel this way? No, I'm not out of breath from running in front of you.
I like the idea of it's like, oh, I didn't know you'd be over here. It's like, but this is my room. Oh, really? Oh, my bad.
Oh, clumsy me.
Yeah, clumsy me.
Clumsy.
Yep. Just
I
find
guess
out
to
whatever
kind
rundown
of
in.
speed up, what is Tungton and Velk doing? Oh, by the way, you guys just so I clear up with Dylan real quick, you guys are outside the walls, currently just kind of observing the area around.
Outside the walls. Okay, so
Hey, if you don't got a bed, I could dig us a nice tunnel. You don't think it's gonna rain tonight, do you?
I don't think it's gonna rain tonight, but shelter would probably be a good idea. You're like a mole thing, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I could dig us up a little thing, lickety split. The dirt here way softer than the rock in the volcano. I could dig us up a tunnel real nice and quick.
Alright, you do that. I'm going into a bed. I leaned down and was like, light?
His eyes kind of like one of his eyes kind of opens up as he looks at you.
Do you want to stay out here or do you want to come inside?
He slowly starts to wrestle out of his sleep, and he like does that whole like dog stretch thing where he puts his like legs forward and his hind ones back up, and he yawns and kind of nudges at you.
All right, inside we go.
And I guess Tungten's building a hole.
Yep,
Yeah,
Tungten
I'm
is
digging a
just
hole right
Alright.
outside the walls.
do.
Just
So
super quick.
from the stuff we have gathered earlier, Burbo is sleeping peacefully somewhere in the area, snoring so loud the building is shaking and rattling.
God,
is that
this
right?
place is awful vibrating, ain't it?
And then on the other hand we have Aki. Aki, what are you doing? Oh, we're legitimately on
Being
your
a fucking
character.
stalker is probably what he's doing.
Well, we're about to find out.
Hey. I mean, I guess once Zelda's guards put their hands on me and tell me that this is my last warning, I guess I'll try and find an inn for the night.
So now I'm just imagining, like, she has 2 guards posted outside her door, and
No, I'm one
you
of her
keep
chosen.
walking up. You keep walking. I'm like, I would
Yeah.
just like to make sure she's protected. And it's like we have her under cover, sir. It's okay. You can go rest in the lounge, or in the what the fuck? What is the spare bedding? I don't know what room you would call that.
A spare bedroom?
Guest room?
I guess. Well, it wouldn't be a spare guest room. It would be like, I'm just gonna say you can go rest in the resting center. That's what I'm just gonna call it.
An inn?
Oh. Yes, I suppose Zelda will catch up with me later. Alright, good night. Bye.
Yeah.
Miss you. Love
Good
you.
night again. Do you hear the other guard kind of like, as you're walking away, you hear the other guard look at the other one and go, "You think he's gonna come back again? I don't know. This is like his 3rd time. I bet you 5 rupees he's gonna come back again. Deal."
They've only seen me 3 times.
3 times that they know of.
What are the
Alright,
chances
what
that they
do
hear you say that one?
So, you are walking back into the resting area, and you notice at this point in time, Velk and Wolf Link in your section, or just Wolf, walking into the room as you also enter.
So we're bringing mutts into establishments now.
Hey, Aki. Where were
You hear
you?
a very audible growl when you say that.
Could you at least train him if you're gonna keep him around?
Oh, trust me, he's trained. And look at him, it's just like, he could probably
He's
kick my
looking
ass
dead
in a
at you.
second.
He's got like the stonest cold of eyes. You can even tell he's like, I want to bite him. Let me bite him.
Maybe don't bite him. He has his uses.
It's okay, little guy. It's
You see
not
him
your fault you're a little dumb.
walk past Aki, and then Aki, you notice he's going in the same direction you came from, and you kind of turn and see the guards move aside as he walks in through Zelda's door, and then the door shuts behind, and the guards walk back in place.
Huh. That's odd.
You-
Oh man, I'm tired. I'll probably refuse to leave this in the morning.
You forget that, he's kind of their wolf.
Yes, he's lucky, I suppose.
Are you really getting jealous of a wolf right now?
No, I mean, no, obviously not.
Aki,
Yes,
do me a favor and go to bed.
I think that's best.
And as you guys say that, you suddenly begin to hear a lot of rattling, and the place begins to shake. Familiar noise is heard.
Well, I know who that is.
There's another inn or something around. Someplace that's not affected by the shockwaves from his lungs.
You just hear like metal rattling all around you. Swords are like shaking and falling off the walls.
Oh God,
Oh,
Ethan
God.
actively
You
dying.
snored too loud.
Oh,
But with that, I think it is safe to assume you guys head off to bed.
Except
Yeah.
And, except for Tongueton, who is still burrowing a hole.
I'd imagine it wouldn't take him too
hear-
long to burrow a hole.
No, the problem is I hear Burbo snoring, and I go, oh my god, the volcano, it's erupting again! There's no volcano around here, I forgot. Man, I don't know what that noise is.
I was eating a chicken nugget. Almost fucking choke.
They really gotta,
Bastard.
they really gotta fix that. They really gotta fix that, whatever that thing is in there. Ah, there's a volcano! Oh, okay. I'm gonna go back in the hole and try to sleep peacefully.
Alright. And you will do that. As you all will successfully have rested a full rest. And with that, the sun begins to rise on a new morning. As I try to find the town theme. Jeez, I need to get like a theme for just this type of area, or like the stables. That'd be nice. Wait, do I have a stable thing? I don't. Anyways, as the sun rises in the morning, you all are greeted with this very satisfying smell of breakfast,
Food.
and it is very alluring, especially for those who are almost constantly on the verge of starvation. With that, we will go in our normal order of waking up, with, I believe, Velk almost always being the... Was it Aki or... I think Aki actually always wakes up before Velk does.
I think so too.
I don't remember. Who wakes up first, Velk or Aki? I can't remember.
I think it's. I think we rolled each time.
You
So
know it
it's-
isn't Burbo.
Yeah, I know.
Definitely
Barbo's
not.
always
He's
last.
yeah.
Then how about
last.
this? How about this? Because we also have Tungton now. So you three, I want each one of you three to roll me a 20. Oh yeah, actually yeah, perfect. Initiative. Roll initiative.
Oh.
All right. With that, Velk will be going first.
Alright.
Velk, you awaken to this beautiful smell in the air. Or not beautiful. This alluring smell in the air. This smell of perfectly cooked eggs, very finely toasted toast, and even more so, the most satisfying smell of cooked ham and maybe bacon.
Time to try out some more of the Hylian delicacy. I get up and I immediately start heading towards the smell.
All right. The first thing you see upon walking into this kitchen area is Link. To his side is very clearly a killed boar that he had found out in the wild, and he has been slowly taking it apart and turning it into a good meal for the morning. He looks up at you from his cooking pot and kind of nods at you from a distance.
Morning, Link.
He holds up a plate that has some food prepared. He holds it out towards you.
Why, thank you. I take the plate and I sit down, kicking my feet up, and I start eating.
You see to his side is Light, as you know him to be now called. And he is kind of petting Light's head, and Light seems to be enjoying the scratches. And at this time, I was going to say Aki, but then I just looked at your number.
Yeah.
Tongueton, you, though it is much harder for you to smell because you are in a hole, you are awoken. How is it that you do your morning routine? Because this is new for your character.
This is really new. The first thing on Tungting's mind is gonna wake up. He's gonna come out from the place, and he's gonna see, and I'm just gonna think, all right, this is all completely unfamiliar territory to me. I have no volcano. I have no rock. I have no rupees. Oh no. I'm gonna check my pockets. No toothbrush. The worst of all. And actually, what Tungten is going to do is, I'm assuming I could smell it from where I am. Now that I'm like out of the hole, I peek my head out like a mole. I smell it, and the first thing in my mind is, someone's selling pork around here. If I could scrape up enough rupees, I could probably buy some. And Tungton is going to go bury underground for rupees. And he's just going to do that for a while.
What?
That's really funny. That is really funny.
Wait, do we have a fucking rupee farming man right now?
I don't know. That's for Cody to find out
We're gonna
about
find out.
after
Okay,
everyone
so
else's
here's-
turn.
What we're gonna have you do first, and I'll give you your answer later. But let me look at your character sheet real fast. So let me pull this up.
Take a look.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
did I
find
miss
your
anything? My
abilities.
computer just crashed.
What?
Um,
No,
the
you didn't
fuck?
miss anything.
Nah, you
but-
didn't miss anything.
No.
Yeah.
They're all doing their wake-up routines. The only, I don't know if you caught on to what Cameron just said. But basically, he's
No.
digging for rupees to get
Yep.
himself some free food.
Yep, digging for
We're paid
rupees
for
so I
food.
can buy food.
Okay, I think what we're gonna do, because I feel like this makes the most sense, we're going to have you roll for survival.
Ah, okay. Shall I go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead, and then I'll give you, I'll give you
Yeah.
your answer later.
Yeah, because this is gonna be like a process,
Yeah,
right? We're gonna
it's
have
gonna
to.
take a little bit.
Ooh.
That's pretty damn good. All right. With that, we will move on to, I guess, if we're going by the order of initiative here, Burbo actually wakes up before
I was
everyone-
rolling for
before-
fun. I'm not awake.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
No, not
Aki!
happening.
Hey.
You are suddenly awoken to a wonderful aroma. Depending if you prefer that, actually.
It's not going to be my normal diet because it's typically fish. It still smells good, but it's not what I prefer.
Hold on, I have to ask.
Uh-huh.
Would Aki think that Zelda would have cooked this? Just wonderful smelling the food?
I think I possibly, I guess.
Okay.
There's a
He would-
chance. I
he
mean,
would hope.
I guess it'd be below her to like kind of cook, but there's also
Yeah,
like the
nice.
idea that like I'm the chosen one, and she would want to treat me. So I don't know.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do in this situation, because I do think this could lead to a really funny roleplay moment. We're going to leave it up to fate. Roll me a d20. The higher the number, or basically we're going to be treating it like coin toss-ish. But basically the higher number is you basically being like, oh, Zelda made me a meal. And obviously the lower number is you realizing that, oh, she probably wouldn't cook because she is a princess.
Okay.
I guess she's not cooking today.
With her princess hands, no shot.
Yeah.
She's royalty.
A bad bitch like that.
She's my queen.
By the way, don't forget to long rest. I don't know if I told everyone. That.
Oh yeah, I need to.
Oh, it's a
I
button.
actually need to do that for a few people. All right, there we go.
But I wake up the same as usual. I strain out my fins, make sure I look all nice and dolled up, and then I go downstairs or wherever this is actually, and
Just down the hall.
down the hall, and I guess I'll see Link, and I'll immediately like snicker like, and then I'll go fix myself a plate and try to sit away from him.
Okay, roll me a dex save.
Okay. Whoa.
Damn, very good. I'm kind of sad. So you go over to grab a plate of food, and you do successfully grab it. Right, the Link hands it over to you. He nods at you, and as you go to walk away, you almost trip over the extended leg of Light, or as you know, is to just be Wolf. And you just immediately caught it before like tripping over yourself, and you kind of maneuver yourself around the wolf. He looks like he's sleeping, but maybe he just extended his paw out. Who knows?
I'll still talk. I'll like look down and be like,
Yeah.
"Watch yourself, dog," and like keep moving. I'm just trying to build a rivalry.
Yes, no, I can very clearly see.
Careful,
Ron,
Aki.
you
He
will
might
have
just bite
noticed-
you.
You will have noticed while you're eating, he you see light. One of his eyes open, and it kind of looks like he's kind of smiling almost, but he's not. He's a dog. Can't really smile, but there is this sense of it. But
It's just a slight smirk at the corner of
yep,
their mouth.
as you are all gathering to get this food, you suddenly hear the tossing and turning and lurching of a massive figure awakening as Burbo. It's your turn.
Been a while since I woke up on my own.
Yeah, you're right. You've been splashed awake most of these times. I forgot about
And
that.
electrocuted.
And electrocuted.
Yeah.
You know, just a little zzz, zzz.
Yeah. But you similarly awaken to this smell. It smells amazing. Just doesn't smell as good as rock roast. A well-cooked rock roast is just the best. But it does smell pretty decent. What do you do?
Is there rocks?
What?
Is there any rocks?
Are you asking Link this?
Do you have any rocks?
You see him look up to you with like a confused face, and he then lowers his head. You see him reach into his like a little satchel on his side or like a bag. He's just kind of rustling through, and then something catches your eye, and not just your eye, your nose. There's a smell. It's so amazing. It can't be. He pulls out a rock roast. It's a lot smaller than the ones you're used to, but it's still a rock roast. As he holds it up towards you, nods at you.
Oh, can I have that?
He's been asking
then
for that this
just-
whole adventure, and he
then,
finally
like,
got some.
Flicks it in your direction with a faint toss. You see Light suddenly jolt up and kind of like get in a defensive stance. But as all of this happens and everyone's eating, we move back over to Tungsten. I'm now going to have you roll a. We'll have you roll a D100.
D100, alright. Slash R1D100. Ooh!
Okay.
Damn.
Nice.
You will have that much found in rupees.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Use
and
this.
I'm gonna put that in my inventory
This is
right
something you can
now.
only do once per day.
Once per day. Completely reasonable. Alright. So, damn! You know, with there being no... I'm guessing they don't got no mole men around here like myself. I just got an amazing haul. I don't ever find this much in the volcano. I gotta come down here more often. And I'm gonna head towards the smell now. Rupees in hand.
Yep.
Where I find Link and... who else is near Link? I was a little lost
Pretty
in the
much
sauce.
the whole team is sitting around the fire.
The whole game.
With Burbo probably being like directly behind Link, eating his very small but enjoyable rock roast.
I'm gonna walk up to the gang, and addressing just kind of, I guess, anyone who will listen. I'll say, "Hey, hold on. What do I say? I say, "Hey, which one of you got something to eat? I'll pay."
Link looks at you, kind of turns his head to the side, and then holds his hand up and shakes his head. And then you see him pull up a plate of food. He just holds it out to you.
How much for it, big guy?
I'm trying to think if Link would be like down bad for money.
Like,
I
is he
mean, I'd
poor?
imagine not. He's
Oh yeah, he's in cahoots with Zelda. Like he's probably
like
Yeah,
right
I
now.
kinda
He
loaded him.
probably doesn't care.
Yeah,
money.
no. He again shakes his head and just wavers the plate in front of you.
Oh, for free? Oh, thank you so much. I'm gonna eat it. I'm just gonna start. Tungsten's just gonna eat it with his claws. He don't need a fork. He's got them claws. You feel?
You haven't had the taste of food in for you at least, it feels like years.
That's right. For some reason, this food is just delicious. It's just the most tasty thing I've ever had. I can't fathom it. It's just so good. I'm just gonna ravenously scarf it down and lick the plate clean. and then it hits me. Oh my god, I'm really, really hungry. In fact, I'm mad with hunger. And I say, wow, that was the dang good food, Link. You got any more?
He kind of looks back and he looks at like a few other plates and he puts his hand up. He's like, hold on. He grabs another plate that was clearly supposed to be his and he kind of hands it to you. And then he grabs the leg of one of the boars and kind of tears it off and starts to roast that for himself instead.
Absolutely holding back the urge to devour it. What's the charge?
He again just waves his hand, just kind of like he doesn't care in this moment as he cooks another bit of meat.
I don't even say anything. I just.
Yeah. And it is about this time that you all hear the faint clacking of heels as Zelda approaches. She walks in, and actually, I don't think does Zelda wear heels in this? I don't think she does.
No, she wears boots. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think it's boots in this one. I know the other ones she'll wear stuff that's a little more princessy. But basically, you hear footsteps approach, and Aki, the sound comes from behind you as she says, "Oh, it seems everyone's awake."
My lady, good morning. How are you today?
Oh, I wonderful. I had a well thought out sleep. Much time to myself was needed.
It's good to hear. I saved you a seat next to me if you would like to eat together.
Oh, sure. And she walks up next to you and kind of plops down. Link, did you get me a plate? And he nods, and you see him walk over with a plate, just for her that he had made. And this, Aki, I want you to roll me a perception check real fast.
Okay.
Watch him roll. Roll low.
Yay!
He's pretty good. You will immediately notice this specific plate is like 10 times better prepared than the ones you guys have been eating. There is an immense amount of care put into this food. And you see the moment she lays eyes upon it, her eyes light up with joy. Oh, wonderful! Thank you, Link. You always are the best cook. She takes the plate. She kind of starts to very, very calmly and slowly eat the food to the best of her ability. So,
you can like visibly see me grinding my teeth at this point.
she looks at everyone and says, so, how was everyone's morning? She looks at, I guess because you're the closest, she'll look at Aki. Go on. Excuse me.
It's been as spectacular as usual. You know, get up, do my workout routine, you know, slay some beast. You know, nothing out of the normal.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, I'm glad to hear you're keeping yourself in shape. Link does a very similar thing, though his is a bit more rigorous than I would have expected. But I'm glad to see you're in tip-top shape.
Yes, that Link.
She looks over at Velk, who is currently like holding his hands over his mouth, trying not to fucking laugh. She's like, "Oh, Velk, you seem to be enjoying yourself. How was your morning?"
It's pretty good, pretty good. Link over here made us some mighty fine dishes. Gotta say, haven't had a meal this good in a while. I look at Aki in a teasing way. Man, I really like Link. He's real good. He's a keeper, you know?
Oh, yes, I do quite like him a lot. You know, we actually have a...
Everyone does.
He actually made a house for me and him over in what was that place called? I have to remember. She doesn't say that. That's me. I'm trying to remember what the fuck. This town
Hitino
is called.
Village.
Yes, Hatino Village. Thank you. She's yes. Well, he made us a house over in Hatino Village. I have kind of sprucing it up a bit more, but it's nice that we have a place to call our own.
Oh yeah, whenever I was hanging out with Pura, she mentioned that.
Yes, well,
She's
Perry is
rather
very
gossipy, you
knowledgeable
know
about
that?
stuff there. Oh boy, do I. Just don't bring up anything Robbie and her do in common. She does not like having anything in common with him.
Yeah,
The
I
habits
could
are
tell.
very similar. Tongton, was it? Oh dear. You okay?
Excuse me, yes. Sorry, very hungry. What seems to be the issue?
Oh, no issue, dear. I'm just wondering, how have you been this morning?
Hungry. I've been very hungry. And I had a great haul under the ground. You wouldn't happen to have any more magma around here, would you?
Magma?
Yeah, that's my race.
Oh,
See,
right.
we got the big nose, we got the light fur, we got the claws. I don't think you do. The soil around here is rich with rupees.
You know what? Roll me an insight check.
An insight check, you say? As soon as I get off the Zelda wiki, I'll do that. Insight.
Okay. What you generally get out of looking at her is she seems to be withholding some of her emotions, but it's hard to tell what the purpose is of it. As she continues to speak, oh, I'm afraid we haven't seen many magma around here. You said you found rupees, was it? If I may ask, how much did you find? We are actually in need of a little bit of financial support building these, this outpost, and the others we have planned for the future. So any donations would be much appreciated.
Oh, of course. For y'all, what saved me? A magma always repays his debts. Here's my whole haul, 86 rupees, in just an hour, too. That's how I can tell there ain't no magma around here. 86
You
rupees
see
an
her
hour is
eyes
amazing.
widen. 86? And you own... How long were you digging?
It couldn't have been long. I didn't have a watch, but I wasn't down there very long. Heck, the meat was still cooking by the time I came back up.
You hear the faint drop of a metal silverware, as you see and look over at Link, who's just kind of staring at the bag, and he's looking outside and staring at the bag, and he's you can see him looking around for a tool or something, and then Zelda looks at him and is like, I'm sorry, Link, we don't have shovels over here, not yet at least. The other workers must have taken them. You see Link just kind of he gets angry, kind of looking.
Something seemed to be the problem. These weren't yours, were they?
He shakes his head. Then Zelda looks at you and is like, oh no, he tries his best to collect as much money as he can for, well, our cause, to help rebuild Hyrule. But sometimes he also likes to splurge on himself a little bit. You should have seen the amount of rupees he spent just on gambling. It was over in Lurlin Village. It was a lot of money. But he was just kind of astounded you found so much in such a small space.
I know the trick. I had a haul of about, well, what was it? Something in 200 rupees. Gambled them all away to Ukma. Oh, Ukma, I got a grudge against that guy. For saving my life, I'll bring you back every rupee I got for an extended period of time.
You don't have to bring back every rupee. You could just keep some for yourself as well. We get donations. We don't steal from you.
My life is invaluable. I will give you an amount.
An amount.
Well, I think for your kindness, I will give you something in return. And you see she has eaten at least half of her plate. She says, would you like to finish the rest of this? Oh!
Thank you.
Yes, that was a yes. This meal tastes incredibly good. What you had just had pales in comparison to this meal. You were given 5 temporary hit points.
Yes! Yes! The food around here is delicious. Much better than the burnt squirrels we've been eating in the volcano.
Looking to plate clean.
I would imagine. Okay then. Burbo, friend, how are you doing?
I think Borbo's mic is muted.
I think he fell back
Either
asleep.
he's muted or
Crashed.
He had one too many rock roasts.
Hey,
Did he crash?
Since he's gone, I want to lean over to, I know your name, Dylan. I know your character's name. Is it Velk?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I want to lean over to Velk. In a kind of a moment of realization, I'm going to ask,
Hey, say, Velk, have y'all been referring to her as princess or much a little dense?
Yeah, she's the princess of this land, dude.
eyes widen as I just realized that I've just been so casually talking to royalty.
Ah!
Ah!
Hi,
Yeah, it
you okay
works.
there, buddy? Jeez.
Yeah, my mic unplugged itself.
Oh,
Oh.
I
Wow,
see.
I never knew. So your mic wanted you to shut up. That's crazy.
Barely.
Stop talking.
No! God damn it, Darwin.
Oh, hey, Light.
If it ain't one thing, it's the next. But yes, this realization hits you, Tungton. And you were sitting there realizing that you've been speaking to royalty. Though her words ring in your ears a bit, where it's like the words of "we are low on funding, but that's why we were looking out for donations."
I think I just obtained a side quest, as they call it.
A side
You can
quest,
call
huh?
it if you wish.
Want to remove your nutsack again.
What the fuck? Did I just hear Ethan say we will remove your nutsack again?
You're gonna give it. So you're gonna give it back to him and then
Okay.
take it off again? That's wild. I'm sorry, Darwin. You've lost nutsack privileges.
Maybe this is Burbo talking.
Hello.
That would be crazy. He's just talking to like light down below.
Oh no, poor Light.
You lost nutsack privileges. Okay. Burbo, Zelda has just looked at you after having dealt with Tungton and his hunger. She's asked you, how was your morning as you were eating your thing?
Couldn't be any better when you start with rock roast.
Well, I do hear that you Gorons love a good rock roast. I told Link last night to try and fetch you something to better satiate you in the morning. It would appear he found just the thing.
I don't know where you even found rock roast. You can't even find it off of Death Mountain.
Oh, he's very good at finding things, trust me. But that's glad to hear you're enjoying yourself. If with that being said, I think, me and Link we're going to be heading uptown. We've left the construction of this to Bolson. He is a very good constructor, or a construction worker. He's honestly the best in town. Though he does have a friend that is similarly good at building. As a matter of fact, he actually has a town somewhere out in Hyrule right now. Though I don't think you'll see him come out of there for a while. But
I'm gonna bow down and say, hey, it was a pleasure to meet you, your highness. I said thank you so much for the food.
It's been a while since someone's called me Your Highness. You don't need to be so formal with me. I feel like I haven't been much of a princess since... And she kind of looks behind herself. And Tungton, I don't think you would have noticed it until now, but there's a giant fucking castle outside the outpost. and it looks in ruins.
Goodness. And I look at her, I look over at the castle, and I'm just silence and awe, taking it in for a second. When I step back to and say, of course, pleasure to meet you, Zelda. Zelda, just Zelda.
Don't beat yourself up, Zelda. From what I've heard, you're quite impressive yourself.
She kind of puts her hand on the back of her head. She's like, well, I'm no Link after all. I'm just Zelda. I do my best for the people of Hyrule, both big and small. That's all I can really do.
Don't give me that. I heard about the sacrifice you did.
You see Link look ahead, and he very intently nods. He stands up and he walks over to Zelda, and he kneels in front of her and kind of pats her on the shoulder, and she's like, oh. And you can definitely see there's tears forming in her eyes, and he wipes them out and then kind of pats her more on the shoulder, and she's like, thank you, Link. It is still it's a lot to take in what this kingdom has gone through, what we all have gone through.
Yeah,
And
just remember, Princess, if it wasn't for you, likelihood everything here would be gone, from what I've heard.
Link nods in agreement. You guys are too kind. But enough about me. This is getting too much of a pity party. If I may ask, are you guys planning on leaving tonight or today? I heard you guys have made a decision, if I recall.
Oh God, what was our decision? I forgot what we actually decided.
I think we decided.
Find more rock roast.
I don't remember our quest.
So I know we're heading towards either the bottom left, top left, or the volcano. That's right, we're hitting the volcano last, which means we're going to either Hebra or Gerudo first.
That's
I don't
right.
know.
Hey, what was
which.
that?
I think we decided
That
Gerudo.
one spot? What's that one spot under Lineru on the map? I forgot what that diagram is supposed to be showing me.
So that is a drawing of pure malice forming in lakes.
That's where monsters are
allowing
coming out.
creatures
Okay.
to be formed.
I think I have pure malice attached to me.
Yeah, you do. A lot of it. You need to control yourself, boy. But to catch you guys up real quick, if you guys remember, you had Zelda create you a letter, so that would allow you passings into Gerudo, or the Gerudo town.
Oh, I lost it. I just lost the letter. I just remembered.
In that case, I will say, that's right. With the letter you gave us allowing us access to Gerudo Valley, we're gonna head there first to Cody. So Tunk didn't remember, but I wouldn't. Why are we going to Gerudo?
Because there have been reports of similar sightings to this Calamity. There have been reports of monsters forming in droves, and you guys are basically going to investigate places. You are currently avoiding, as you all know, you're avoiding going anywhere near Death Mountain at the current because of its, Burbo's familial relationships.
Yeah.
If y'all
Also-
decide to go to Death Mountain right now, I cannot follow.
Yeah.
And
That's right. You gotta see the world first.
I say that, but with less words and more of a Tunk-tin kind of vibe. You feel me?
Zelda pipes in and is like, oh, that's right, I did write you guys a letter, didn't I? Do you still have it? Who did I give it to? I can't really remember, because also the DM can't remember.
Who
I
did
think
you
it was
give it?
me. Because I think I followed her to get the letter.
I think you got it. I do agree. I think you were the
It was
Yeah.
a knight in Thyming Alma over there, pointing my claw to Vel, or not
Oh
Vel.
God, I feel like Aki
Don't
would
worry,
be the
I
type
saved
to.
those.
I feel like Aki would be the type to run into Gerudo without us and just leave us outside. Women everywhere.
Oh god.
You can
God,
see
he's
the
a
letters
gamer.
crumpled a little from where I haven't left it, let it leave my hands.
He's got a good tight grip on it. He does. Responsible man he is.
Don't worry, Zelda. I'll make sure that this letter comes with us in one piece.
She chuckles to herself and is like, I'm glad it's safely in your hands. For everyone watching outside of the perspective of Aki, you will have noticed Link and Light looking at each other like dope face, just kind of looking back at each other, back and forth, and looking at him, then looking back at each other. But she then stands up and says, "Well, I'm glad you all know where you're going. If you excuse me, I must part ways with you for now. I have to go check on Robbie. He's been handling our new friend and dealing with the information that Link was able to extract. I don't think we'll be seeing each other after today for a little while, so I do hope you all have a safe trip across Hyrule."
Much appreciated, Your Highness. I mean, Zelda.
Feel free to restock on supplies if we have enough to manage you. I'm sure we could part with some things.
All right. In that case,
Yeah, can I see the menu that holds inventory?
Yeah,
for this town?
start just taking a bunch of stuff.
Basically, I don't have an inventory for this town, but what I will allow you to do is you each will at least have collectively gathered 3 days worth of rations and any ammunition of any sort, which I don't think we really use in these series. So if we're being like,
I think Aki's the
more
only one that
accurate,
uses ammunition.
you would supposedly collect arrows.
The only thing I'd be looking for is rocks.
No, you don't, Aki. You do not.
oh, sorry.
Sorry, Aki, you're right. You do find a trident. It's a -7 trident. So it's crazy how bad it is.
Oh, dude, I would use that every encounter.
But you all are kind of looking for things. Burbo, you do manage to find out that Link has actually not given you just one rock roast. He's actually given you enough for a few days, or at least in the case of normal Gorons. For you, it might be 2 days, or even a single day's worth, but we'll see how that goes. And for everyone else, you can just kind of gather what you so wish. And Tongueton, you look for a toothbrush.
Oh, I'm definitely grabbing more rope, by the way.
Yeah. Feel free to stock up on some supplies.
How much rope do I find?
You would not be able to get a lot. You'd probably get, like, just a secondary bundle.
Okay. Because my previous bundle, I think, got screwed up whenever a certain someone, dropped a boulder on me.
What? Who would do that?
Because no one bothered to retrieve my rope whenever I was knocked out.
Think about it, yeah. I don't think any of you picked up that rope, so yeah, it was probably still just sitting there. But Tongueton, you are looking around, and you kind of walk into the room of one of the guardsmen. They don't seem to notice you walk in. You're just thinking this is just another room you can explore.
Yeah, I think this is just an abandoned house or
You
something.
see perfectly placed on this little bathroom area a single toothbrush chilling there.
Perfect. I say it in my head, not out loud. I grab it up. I'll walk right out.
Yeah, you see one of the guardsmen kind of look back and then look at his room and then look back and being a little confused, but nothing seems too bad about it. He doesn't seem to be too worried. But you manage to grab this. Aki, you are looking around, and though you cannot find a +7 trident, you do see pitchforks that kind of resemble your trident. Maybe one you would have seen a lot of people walk around on, like sight on. If you wish to take one, you can. That's up to you.
I'll touch it with my hand and run a finger down it and see a particle of dust.
Yeah, it's
be like,
very
"Ugh."
fluffy.
No, thank you.
All right. Does anyone else want to do anything, or what do people want to restock in this moment? Let's toothbrush.
Oh, can I just do a second of roleplay?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm looking around. Do I see any abhorrently abandoned, just destroyed, dilapidated buildings?
Outside of the general area, there is a ruined town square or central square. You know that is just filled with just decimated buildings.
I'm going to yell to the group, who I could presume is still near to hear me.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready when y'all are. Come get me when you're ready.
And I'm gonna walk out to the dilapidated buildings, and I want to look inside. And now you see, now I might not have known this about Tungton, but he is a classy man. He is looking for relics in here, right? And I want to look around, and now Cody, besides tables and chairs and all these like horrible decrepit buildings, do I see anything like of interest? Anything that it might have any historical value? It could be a pot, it could be a fucking TV. What do I see?
In this case, because of what you're doing and the lore value of your character, I want you to roll me investigation and add proficiency to it.
Investigation. Oh, I have a -1 in investigation.
Well,
And
now
add.
you have a +1, I guess, technically speaking. But unfortunately, this doesn't help in your situation. It wouldn't help too much. You were looking through this area, and you had earlier gauged the damage of the castle from the distance and realized, oh, they must have been hit pretty bad. It's kind of crazy how damaged that castle looks. But as you're looking through this town, you're realizing this is unlike anything you've ever seen. Like, the magmas have been decimated by volcanic eruptions before, but nothing this vicious, nothing this horrendous has ever happened.
This is
You
insane.
see houses crumbled and burnt to a crisp. There are chairs, tables, paintings all strewn about, torn and burnt all alike. You even see chunks of what look to be children's toys, torn and any remaining fluff that they may have just pouring out everywhere, even mostly gone by the weathering of time.
Gosh.
Whatever happened here was truly a calamity.
Golly.
Well, I'm looking around, and Tungton is just gonna kind of think of the repercussions of this for a while we move on to the next person who wants to do the thing.
We'll go into a similar order as we did before. Velk, what are you doing?
All right. Well, I'm gonna walk up to Link and Light because I assume that they're still just chilling with each other, right?
Yes.
'Cause
Link and Light are Link is like kind of cleaning up his little cooking supplies, packing everything put together. You see at this point he has thoroughly cleaned out the boards, just bones now, and he isn't even letting that go to waste. Like he's bundling all that shit together.
I see.
Oh, damn.
Damn. So I look at Light and it's like, so are you gonna be coming with us, or are you hanging out with this guy?
You see Link turn around and like kind of confused, but then Light tugs at his leg and he looks down and he kind of nods to Light, and then Light looks up at you, and he puts his paw up on the leg of Link, and then he nods at you, giving you the sense of he will stick with the boy.
Okay. Alright, in that case. By the way, Link, he wants to be called Light. And I walk away.
Link kind of like turns his head up a bit and he's like, what? And he kind of look confused as you walk away. And he looks down at Light, and the Light looks up at him and he's like, woof. And that happens. Do you do anything else, or are you going to lend the mic?
I guess I'm just gonna be a case of like, well, I'm all packed up, grab some rations, got some new rope.
Dope
Look,
rope. Dope
Oh,
rope, bro.
gross.
I'm ready when you guys are.
And with that, Aki, we will go to you. are you doing?
I find one good large fish that I can make some rations out of. I stuff that in like whatever small bag I have, and I'm just waiting for everyone else being like super impatient. Because
like
we're gonna take all
standing-
day to leave.
You're like tapping your
No,
feet
it's-
on the ground, crossed arms.
Yeah, it's not like Zelda sent us on an important quest or anything. Even though she told us to take our time, I'm still gonna act like it's very important.
Yeah, I know.
Immediately.
As you are standing there, kind of to yourself, and like, come on, speed up time. You, from behind you, maybe jarringly almost, hear So you're about to leave now, is that right?
No, jeez.
And
Yes.
behind you,
Yeah.
you see
Wait, I
Robbie.
recognize that voice.
Oh
wait,
no,
no.
not
Not the same
him.
person.
No,
Not the
it's
same person.
Robbie. I know who. Well, he doesn't talk like that. I know who you're thinking of, but no, he don't talk like that. But you see Robbie behind you. He's like, well, just before you go, I thought I'd give you all a bunch of some important, useful items. Didn't want to just leave you off with nothing in your hands.
Is this a scientist guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yes. If you want to impart us with something, sure.
I like stuff.
Right. Question: is your preferred weapon typing?
The trident? Yeah.
Okay then. And he kind of pulls open this little bag of tools. He's kind of seems shuffling through. And he's looking. He's like, I don't have any tridents, but I got this guardian spear. If that'll do.
Guardian spear. Like the...
Yes, it's an older model, but still packs a bit of a punch. Granted, these are a little more fragile than most other weaponry.
I could give it a try. I'll like extend my hand.
He hands you this. It almost looks like a little TV remote size-wise. He hands it to you, and then he points out that there's like this little circular button on the side. He's like, if you press that, it'll extend out and it's just a spear. But it's really cool.
I'll press the button immediately.
And immediately you see it extend, and then on the ends, this hard light construct of blue energy forms with these designs and patterns of circles and just connecting spinning lines that shape and form into that of a spearhead.
Oh, this is that Sheikah tech that Burrow was talking about.
Yes, I'm one of the inventors and managements of the rediscovered technology.
Cool.
It seems convenient, but I get the feeling I'm going to stab myself with it.
Nonsense. Only a fool would do that. And he looks at you. You're not a fool, are you?
Yes. No. I'm not a fool.
Great! And then he pats you on the back. And in the sense of things, this is a +1 spear. I'll adjust your inventory in a bit. This is a limited use item. This will not last for many hits, but it will last for basically a full turn of combat. Or not full turn, like a full entire thing of combat. So it's best to save it for something that might actually desire its use.
Alright. Cool. When you type it in, could you put +7 instead of 1?
I'll think about it, I'll really
just consider
I'll rack
it.
my brain on it, I'll really consider the idea. Let me
Really.
One of these
really
days, it's
consider it.
actually gonna work.
Man,
That's funny.
just keep asking.
Alright. I'm going to rename... I've plopped in your inventory. We're going to rename this to Guardian Spear. And in... Okay, let's see. I'm just going to give it a +1 to both attributes. Or not. Okay, there we go.
Whoa.
And... Now we'll type it in again. Alright, there you go. Now, something to remember, it is basically for a single thing of combat, and then after that you have to remove it. Let me make sure it's actually in your actual inventory log correctly, and not just something... Okay, you're good. Yeah, there it is. Guardian Spear.
Yeah.
I'll put this in its thing in brackets. Limited use. That way it's understandable. It is a temporary weapon.
Man, I can't wait to gaslight Cody into thinking I didn't use it last episode.
I'll keep track. I'm gonna attempt. Now, he quickly walks over to Velk, who is observing the spear. The Delphi didn't crash again. Gee, are you okay over there, buddy?
It's my fucking plug-in. It's a 2-pronged plug-in instead of a 3-pronged plug-in, so it's plugged into an adapter, which is always loose.
Oh God! Oh no!
Yes.
No!
That
Get a ground wire, Ethan. I will buy you one. I will fucking buy you a ground wire. Please do. I get on to everyone I know about that shit.
Yep. Anyways, I hope you're managing
Yeah,
that
all
well
of
enough.
them in the house are 2-pronged.
Jeez.
There is like 3 in total in the whole house.
That's kind of wild.
Oh, oh my soul.
What house
so
is
it
built
is-
like that?
It's
It's an old-ass house.
Yeah, apparently.
Hmm.
Anyways, Valk, you feel and see and hear Robbie run up to you and say, "Ah, you're interested in this, yes?"
Wait, what is it?
This is Robbie walking up to you as you're investigating the spear.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at Aki's spear.
And Robbie just walked up to you and was like, "Ah, you're interested in it, yes?"
Yeah, I'm curious about the tech.
Yes, Guardian tech. Very useful. Agent Sheikah technology is very impressive. However, we've only been able to kind of replicate it in short spurts. Getting better at it. Link has what I would consider the peak versions of these. They're very, very expensive to make. He doesn't get a lot of them, especially now since most of the Guardians have turned off. But, anyways, other than that, I do have things that may assist. If I may ask, what is your preferred weapon?
Oh, I typically use a staff.
You see him kind of like furrow his brow. Now, I don't think I can help too much with that, but I do have something that might be fun.
Yeah.
He reaches into his bag and starts pulling, like, fooling around, and he pulls out three of these, like, they kind of look like these Guardian technology, like balls with the gear patterns in the middle.
Guardian
going,
technology.
like, all around it.
Wait, hold on. Guardian
So think of
technology
us-
ball.
Think of a Guardian technology ball, brain. Think of a ball, a sphere that is probably like the size of an orange, right?
Mm-hmm.
And think of it being in like the color and pattern design wise of the Guardian technology, right? Where it's like the main surface is like this dark meshy
This is starting
black,
to starting to
whereas-
sound like a Pokeball.
We'll get to that. Whereas with on the like outer edges, there are these worn down metallic like tan coloring like design patterns going all across it. But you will notice that in the central area around the entire diameter or radius of this thing, there is this gear-like pattern that's like goes up and down around the whole thing. And he says, well, these, well, if you pull them apart, and he pulls one apart and he goes, oh, and he shuts it immediately. He's like, oh, that would have been a very painful demonstration. These are kind of similar to something that Link was able to do with the Sheikah Slate. They're basically, well, cheaply made but portable Sheikah bombs, if you will.
A bomb?
They pack a bit of a punch, but they're mostly good at launching things, if you catch my drift.
Launching things?
Yes. Would you prefer these, or would you want me to look for something a bit different? I got other things.
Now, I'm curious about what you mean by launching things.
He digs in his pack and he pulls out a fourth one. He's like, hold that thought. And you see him walk over towards one of like the testing dummies, and he kind of grabs it and slowly, very roughly pulls it towards like the middle of the open space. And he grabs the grenade, and you see him click or like presses, like he pulls it apart, and you hear this faint ding noise. It's like ding, 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 ding. And as it does this, the blue core within it begins to turn orange, and he places it at the base of the dummy, the fighting dummy. And he runs back over to you. He says, "Fire in the hole!" And then immediately, this blue energy expels outwards from this grenade and sends the dummy soaring like 20 feet.
I see. So it has some
And then
crazy
it crashes
knockback.
back down. you also note that it is partially singed when it returns. You packed quite the punch.
I will gladly take the bombs.
All right, and in your inventory, I shall give you a homebrewed item that I find to be fun. They are going to be called, and I'll put it in your inventory. I can actually type G.
Now here's the question: would I be able to have Robbie teach me to make them?
Depends. Buddy, you get with him eventually. He's going to be called Guardian Grenades, and you will have 3 of them in your inventory.
All right.
I'll put this in as your thingy.
Not quite a +1 spear, but you know, it's okay.
Let me get rid of this. Actually, let's see. Val, what is... can I have it... Okay, hold on. What is your spell stuff? Spell save, spell attack. I don't know what that would do. I'm curious. I think I'm just going to slap this on Dex. And the range will be... There we go. Boom.
However
Damage.
far I can throw it.
This. That. And then... Oh, shit.
Force.
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 And then... I'm trying to remember what I said. I think I said 20 feet, didn't I?
Yeah, you said 20, something like that.
There we go. Poof. And there you go. Guardian Grenades. So the target is set flying in 20 feet in any desired direction based on where you throw and how you desire them to be thrown.
Alright.
All
So
right.
20 feet is how far I can throw them? Is that what you said?
No, 30.
30. 20
Within
feet is the
30 feet
radius?
Is generally 20 feet. Sorry, 20 feet is the distance they get sent flying.
Okay, what is
So
the
when you
radius
throw
of
it
this
down-
guy?
It's just like, think of it as just throwing at a singular person.
Okay.
It's a very small explosion, but it has a fucking punch.
Gotcha.
All right. With that, you see Robbie look around, and he's looking around. And he's like, "Where's the furry one?"
And I suppose about this time I'm done looking, and I'll walk back into frame, back into the people, and I'll look at my people. I'm not gonna say anything. Just approach, you know, waiting to be noticed by some shorter, smarter person, perhaps.
And
That ain't me!
You suddenly hear, "There you are! Stay put!" And very quickly, his little feet just pitter-patter across as he walks over towards you at a very fast pace. And he says, "I have just gifted your friends, your new friends, some very fun bits of technology from a time gone a bit more than we wished it had. With that being said, would you also care for some protective trinkets?"
Ooh, what do you got?
First, I must ask, what is your preferred weapon type?
Preferred weapon type? Oh, gosh, I never thought about that. My claws always did what I needed them to. Gee, you know, this might sound silly, but an extra pair of claws wouldn't hurt. Sometimes these get a little rusty.
I think I can work with that. Hold on. And you see him dig through the thing, and you actually see him pull out what looks to be the foot of a guardian, and this is like a massive claw. He pulls this out. Well, if you haven't figured it out exactly, but I've gotten it down to a little bit of a science. Basically, if you put your hand inside this hollowed out glove, if you will, it should act as a decent shield for digging. I feel like you should be able to use these pretty well.
Ooh. How much?
It's for free. I'm giving it as a gift.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you. This could come in real handy. You know, get using my claws as sharp as they are, they can get a little dull at times, you know?
Oh,
Thank
I'm
you very
sure.
much, Robbie.
Not a problem, not a problem at all. And I will now add this to your caricature sheet.
Shit. Question: Was
So
it one or
in-
two?
This would be considered a singular item, but it's for both hands.
Okay, I see. I see.
I will add this to your thing. It is Guardian Claws. Think of it as just one giant claw that you're able to fit your hand inside. Guardian hands are really fucking big.
Oh, sweet.
These will act very similar to your normal clawed strike. I have to like kind of move information over, but it's going to act very similar to the +1 thing. Hold on, that was the same. I forgot.
Now,
It's basically exactly like Aki's thing, but you know.
now, Cameron wants to know if this does something fancy, but Tungsten wouldn't understand that this is even technology. Here's a note that is.
It's very similar to what it's very similar to what Aki has, the spear, in the sense where basically it's a limited durability but higher damage and higher chance of hitting item.
Okay,
So something to save for using in certain combat situations.
I got you.
It's 5 feet.
I'll keep it in my knapsack.
Yes. I think that's right. Yeah. Oh, and I need to put one here. There we go. Boom. And let me add that to your thingy. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. And now you have Guardian Claws. +1 weapon to both attack and damage. For a chance to hit damage.
Oh, sweet.
And similar to what he had said to Aki before, he says, but do be careful to really only use these in moments of dire need. They are very powerful, but very fragile, I have found. But I'm working that kink out. But anyways, excuse me, big man. And he quickly hobbles and wobbles over to Burbo, who is doing whatever.
I'm eating rock roast.
Weren't you supposed to save that? Never mind. Excuse me, may I ask what is your preferred weapon typing?
Weapon? Just big, heavy. I swing it as hard as I can.
Ooh, I think I have just the thing. And you see him reach into his pack, and he pulls out a much larger, like, block of Guardian technology. It's more rectangular, but in length, but has a similar button typing to what Aki's spear had, and he presses it, and it turns into a gigantic Guardian battle axe. Just with the same hard light structure. It's a gigantic single blade axe, and it is big. And he says, "Would this fit your fancy?"
A big sword?
It's not a sword; it's an axe.
Ah. What a hammer.
Well, I mean, it could do hammery things if you hit it with a flat facing side.
Ooh, now that's an idea.
Is that what we're doing?
Yes, every time I swing it, I gotta swing it on the flat side.
I was originally going to give you the stat block for a fucking great axe, but now I'm just going to look for a great hammer. Just use that stat block.
He's using the wrong end of it.
Yes, like,
Just using the stick
Oh my
end. Still
God.
just as effective for some reason.
That fits Burbo's character so fucking well, though.
it is
He gets
so
a giant
much.
sword, but just uses the flat end because it does more damage because it can swing it harder.
Oh my god. Let me make sure I got this right here. There it is. I think that is... Yeah, here we go. Alright. Let me... I'm gonna drag and drop this onto your sheet. Oop. And I will edit it. Jeez, why did it do that? Why did it copy it, like, twice? Okay, that was weird. We're gonna call this... Guardian Battle Axe. All right. We will similarly +1, +1, and +1, +1, and I will edit the values.
Bless you.
Actually, no, I won't.
Bless you.
Hold on. No, I won't. Actually, it turned out. All right, and then I will go to the actual item. Oh wait, why did it? Oh yeah, that's right. That's the old Warhammer that it for some reason spawned. So I will once again limited use. All right. So with that being said, you all now have been given limited use items that hopefully will better your adventures to come. As Robbie then gives you your devices, and he quickly is like, now I have to get back to helping Zelda out with our friend back there, but I hope you all enjoy your times out in the lands of Hyrule, and don't die! Toodles! And he quickly just pitter-patters his way back into the back room.
Man, everyone's busy around here.
Excuse me. Is that all?
I'm gonna poke. Fuck, I know your name, Dylan. I know your character's name. It's Velk. I'm gonna poke Velk, and I'm gonna say like, you ever notice that everyone around here just says hi bye. You know, everyone's so busy. What happened here, anyways? Look at this place. I wouldn't go as far as call it a dump, but clearly something happened here.
Oh, yeah. Some weird calamity occurred and everything got destroyed, but you know that short guy over there? I point at Link.
Oh yeah, that guy. All quiet.
Yeah, he kicked the giant beast's ass. And so now they're restoring the kingdom.
A giant.
I heard the
What?
beast wasn't actually that large.
Wait, no, hold on there, hold on there. So he kicked the butt of the guy who did that. And I'm just gonna point at the ruins, the Calamity.
Yeah, he did.
Gosh, I didn't realize I was in the presence of a hero. That's nice.
Yeah, he's supposedly incredibly strong.
While standing like next to Aki.
He's just like crossing his arms and just like.
You know,
What?
I once saved my village from a giant crab.
A
It tastes good.
Actually, that's a good question.
Well-
Did it taste good?
Yes, it was pretty good. It was service the whole kingdom.
Wow, did it do
Is Link the
that?
one that cured the divine beast?
Huh?
Yeah, what he said, was it some sort of divinity beast or something?
Yes, it was extraordinary. 10 times any building you've ever seen. As wide as the continent itself. My spear pierced through it with ease as I slew it.
I see. And yet you struggled with the Guardian.
Different problems, different days.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what a guardian is, but it sounds metallic. See, I think crabs got like less armor than a guardian.
Thank you, Tungsten.
No problem, buddy. I'm going to go for a backpack, but realize I have claws, and I'm not actually going to do that.
Hold on, out of character here real quick. Is this gonna be a fucking Usopp and Chopper situation?
What's up, Chopper? In what
In that Aki will like have these grand lies that are obviously.
Oh, he's going. Oh, okay.
Yes, Tungsten's gonna take it at
And
face
you're
value.
just gonna
Yes.
eat it all up.
100%.
Take it at face value. He actually killed
That's so funny.
a giant crab. Yes. Wow, I didn't realize I'm in the presence of so many heroes.
Yes. You are lucky.
You know, one time I saved a pot from falling off the table. That thing was worth like 10 rupees.
All right.
So, everyone wrapped up here. If I'm correct, we're on our way to
We agreed on Gerudo Village.
that's how you pronounce it. Gerudo Village. I don't know why I'm holding the paper. I can't read this language.
Yeah.
He's like holding it upside down.
It's fine. I can't read it either.
Don't worry about it. Anyway, are we ready to go?
Mm-hmm. Ready?
Yes, please.
All right, off we go then.
And with that, as you all are leaving, you will see Zelda and Link and all of the others kind of just nodding at you and waving goodbye as you all manage your way out of what will eventually become Lookout Landing. And you all make way back out into the world. And I think with that, we will have a moment of break if everyone wants to take a moment to themselves to go use the restroom and whatnot. I gotta do some stuff real quick myself.
Break.
So everyone, enjoy your moments.
Break.
Break, break, team break, let's go.
I mean to press that button.
Have to grab my phone. I'll be back.
Back. Who's here?
I'm here.
Yo, what up? Shim Sham.
Hey.
Let me tell you, I will get you Zelda yet. She doesn't appreciate you right now. She'll know that you were the true hero all along, you the crab slayer.
Dude, I think that like that's the worst outcome for the plot. Is Aki actually gets with Zelda. That sounds awful.
Oh, God.
Just this pretentious dude, like this whole time, it's like just insufferable, and then at the very end, it's like, oh, he won.
Oh, he got the girl.
Got the
Why?
girl. Like shit. What a horrible bad ending. In between my turns, I'm like viciously scribbling down notes, trying to establish like some actual lore for this guy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
That's kinda cool.
I'm not gonna spoil anything yet, but like I'm real glad y'all some talkers. Let me tell you.
Oh, Simba's your DM for today, guys. Simba's in my chair.
Welcome, Simba.
Alright, you're gonna DM for them, buddy, okay? Okay with that, little bud? Alright, I'm putting him on the camera. Alright, what's their next move, buddy? What are you gonna have him do? Alright, thank you for that information. Love you.
Beautiful.
Very. Oh, so that's like the calmest I've seen him be, was just being held like that. He almost looked like he was actually kind of just chilling. Alright. I hath returned.
Whoop.
Wub wub. The frickin' tub tub. How's everybody doing so far?
I'm doing great. I'm here. I'm not scratching my balls. I would never.
Why would you do that, Cameron? Why?
I would never. I would never.
Also, I just want to bring up the rupee digging thing, by the way.
Yes.
So, the idea was the higher you roll, obviously, on the survival check, the higher the amount you're able to roll. Fucking 18? Really?
I got a fucking,
Right out the gate?
Right out the gate, I got an 18. And then my next roll was amazing, too. I got an 86.
Jeez.
So just like Tungsten is under the
Yeah.
probably false pretense that this land is just fucking loaded with rupees.
He's gonna like be so happy one day, dig, and he's gonna get like a 1, and he's just going to roll like a D2.
Come back.
Welcome back.
Man, the
Oh.
Thor land is richer than I thought it was.
Definitely didn't almost fall down the stairs and fucking die.
I don't recommend
That's
that.
good.
Oh my god. Why do you keep that Molotov trap at the bottom of your staircase, Ethan?
I don't know why I keep that Molotov trap.
Honestly, I think the Molotov trap's fine. I'm just worried about the blade trap. He has just like the guillotine thing. I think that's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
people keep telling me it's unnecessary. Along with the fucking ball slicer.
I almost
I
got
think
caught
that
up in
was
that
like-
one less than I was over.
You know.
I
I
was
think it
laughing though.
I think it makes the Weeping Angel game more fun.
Yeah. You did. I forget. Did you ever turn off the electric doorknob thing? Because like I know you saw that from like the Home Alone movies, but like you do know that's dangerous even for you, right?
Yeah, I got by it one time, so I had to make sure I
Oh.
changed it from electric to ice.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah, it is icy.
So it just freezes you to a block of ice as soon as you touch it, like a fucking Zelda trap.
Bastard.
Yeah, because at least then I'll eventually melt and I'll know not to do it again.
Nice.
Jasmine comes home, opens the door. Oh no, Ethan, not the ice trap again.
Yeah, Jasmine's had to save me from the ice trap a couple times.
Alright, I'm
Ice,
gonna
ice,
keep tokens and
baby.
Stuff around so everyone's kind of grouped together.
Everyone that's together is together.
Big group. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
plan.
she has to be really careful to not fucking shatter me, because then she'll have to reassemble me before she thaws it out.
Alright.
I'm eventually gonna have to hit it again because she accidentally put my penis on my butthole.
What?
I don't think it was an
Penis
accident.
butthole.
That wasn't an
Oh my
accident.
god, penis butthole, guys! Penis butthole!
Just a reminder, we're still alive.
Well, hi, Chad. How you doing? Remember, guys, penis butthole.
Penis butthole.
Joke's on the next
Wink.
person that tries to look in our window, though. then they'll have to deal with the tongue slicer.
So like, do you have to teabag Jasmine now? Like,
What?
cause your penis is on your butthole, so you get freaky. Fuck, I'm sorry,
Oh
that's
my
inappropriate.
God.
Right? You have to teabag Jasmine.
I want everyone to remember this is an adult stream with adult things and themes.
Jesus Christ.
I don't have a horny bat, but I got my like wrist pad thing. Bad Cameron, bonk. Bad
Bonk.
Cameron, bonk.
Quick, play the bonk sound effect.
I don't have it.
Thanks.
Ghost!
To horny jail.
I just noticed, camera, like a message I've been receiving. I'm glad you are doing your own little due diligence there, Cameron. Good job on you.
Uh-huh.
All right. A lot of lore at the early part of this episode, and then we went straight from lore to shenaniganery, and you know what? I'm excited for the next phase for this episode. This is, honestly, I really love this D&D because it's so zany like this shit, you know?
I'm sorry I haven't been talking as much, because...
No, you're fine. We know
Sick
we know your throat's sore from, like, you know, deep throating your wife.
What?
Yeah. And Dylan.
Oh.
That's funny.
Oh, so that's what that feeling was.
Oh my god. Did you while he was asleep?
I was wondering why I was hearing noises under my desk.
Wait. No. Fuck this. Enough of that conversation.
All right, Cody.
Moving
we're
on.
to Gerudo Valley.
Well,
what do we
okay.
see?
First things first. Shim Sham, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good, because I was
Chilling.
making sure everyone was here still bit by bit. So, you guys finally step out into the fields of Hyrule once again. The day is young, and the adventure ahead is even younger. With the prospects of what you guys will have to do, it is understood that you will probably have to path your way to your destination. So I will ask, where exactly do you guys want to go?
Let's see.
Oh, also, yes, there is a shrine right outside the place.
Question: Do we
Yikes.
do we have a map that Tungtin can look at?
The
Like,
map
I mean,
that you guys are currently on is a map that Velk is holding.
Okay, so Velk is holding the map. Okay.
Yes.
Cameron hasn't been in our shrine shenaniganery yet.
No, we should go into a shrine.
We should not go into a shrine.
We should totally go into a shrine.
Zelda has sent us on an important quest. It is our due diligence.
We have
Get it
time. There's a
Ooh,
shrine right
I like
there.
shrines.
Let's go to the shrine.
Let's go check out.
Also,
shrine.
real quick, Cody, question.
Yeah.
Does because I still have the device, right? Because Robbie gave it back to me. Does this device have the ability to teleport?
Fuck, we should have asked him about that!
Huh? Teleport? Oh, you mean like to the shrines?
Yeah, because that's, you know, fucking... I know Purra made that, right?
Yes, that was Purra's Sheikah Slate
And,
edition.
and Robbie was able to upgrade that shit in Tears of the Kingdom.
Yes. Unfortunately, at the current, you only know that this device is able to access and use the machinery that's already pre-made. It does not have general functions on its own.
Ah, I see. Damn it, we should have asked Robbie about that.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, we could always go back.
If you want, but what I was gonna say is to speed things up, we can have a little moment where it's like you guys, just before you leave, you remember to ask about the machinery, and what I'll summarize so you don't have to sit there and talk to Robbie for another like 30 minutes, is generally speaking, the device has potential for that, but it needs supplies. Supplies that they are very low on currently. The best thing he could say is if you find guardians that are dead lying around, try to harvest them.
Hold on a sec.
Deal.
Hold on a second. I'm making a note here.
I'm holding.
Do you think if we killed a guardian and brought it back to the beginning statue, we could get a reward?
Oh my
yeah, that
god,
little
that fucking statue side quest you guys are going on. I forgot about that.
Yeah. By the way, okay. Now give me the list of the items we need to collect.
Alright, let me do some Googling, shall we?
You.
Some Googling.
The mind of a goblin.
Mind goblin.
Harvest me one.
I need to find the fucking like list of body part shit. Alright. Drops. There we go. Okay, stop the fucking pop-ups. There we go.
No, keep with
Maw of Sug.
Oh, ball sug. So, I'm going to post this in chat for everybody to see. I'm going to grab this image. This is just a collection. I will edit this the next time to be a little bit more thorough, so that way you guys can actually have this as like an actual system. I should be able to, if it comes to it, do some on-the-fly system working with it, but for now, I'll just paste this here so you guys can just have a form of visualization. So these are the resources that make up a guardian when you kill them. These are the shit they can leave behind. The general thing is, you will need a lot of this shit to be able to access the power of teleporting. The current value is unknown, mostly because he says he needs to do testing with it. But he will contact you when he gets the chance. He'll send a messenger.
AKA, you need to decide based on balance.
Yeah!
Can I trade in 20 ancient screws for a giant ancient core?
If you somehow find someone willing to trade you that, maybe? I doubt it.
Cool.
We would see, because one thing to know, the ancient cores are extremely rare, as you see in that little graph there.
0.5%
and the
for a
giant ones
giant?
are just as.
Yeah.
So it would be a task. But with that being said, you guys once again step foot out, and immediately the shrine senses start tingling. And Tungton, you've never seen a shrine before. You probably don't even know what they're talking about when they were bringing up the idea of the shrine, but it does sound exciting. There's some adventure-ness to it that they seem to bring up.
I have no idea what the thing is. It looks somehow both super futuristic and super old at the same time. Like it's been here before.
Yeah, it's been here for a while.
Too long.
Just know it as Blue Rock.
Ooh. I wanna like.
Oh wait, actually, sorry, it's an orange rock. Yeah, I just know it as orange rock that turns blue.
So Cody, like, I wanna like, can I penetrate this thing with my claws? Like, I wanna try it. What do I gotta roll?
Try,
Oh
I
god,
would
he's
just say
gonna
try and
break his
attack it.
claws.
Try your best to attack it.
No.
All right, so it'd be a strength roll. Let's go.
So, you take your claws out, and you attempt to dig into the front door of this thing. And you manage to scratch the surface, and there is a clear cut line all the way from from corner to corner. But it is not deep. This shit is dense. You have seen a lot of metals. You have seen a lot of like rocks and materials, and you've been able to burrow through most and break down and shatter through most metals as well. This shit, you might chip a nail doing this.
My goodness, what is this stuff made of? That was everything I got.
Yeah. Oh, I
Quite
break
literally.
up either.
Yeah. Man. Oh, if we could break off a chunk, it's probably worth a fortune. You could probably make tools out of this.
I mean, I can try again.
I
No.
I just walk up to the pedestal and open the
Oh, no, that was a
fucking
strength save.
shrine.
Ugh.
God damn it.
Burbo, it's the same thing you've been used to at this point. You bang.
Yeah,
you
no, it's
bash
still
against
strong.
It still retains its strength.
Wait, you tried it before?
All
Hey,
night.
actually, you know what? No, funny moment. You are like taking a swing at it, right? And as you're swinging, you didn't notice Velk walk up to the pedestal on the side and put the device onto it. And as you go to swing, the door opens and you start to fall through.
Barbo!
Alright, good.
Oh,
He's
thank you.
inside. Anyway, everyone in the elevator.
This was already a tight fit for just the three of us. Now we got four.
Don't worry about it. I climb up on top of Purpo.
Yeah.
I'll crouch down again. I turn into a ball.
Yep, he balls up, and then everyone is able to climb on top of Burbo. And the moment you all step onto the platform, we change scenery to a scene we all have seen a bajillion times. And I said the word scene a lot just then, but that's fine. Alright, I did not mean to do that. Alright guys, here we go again. Is everyone ready? Everyone ready? Everyone
Sure.
ready? This will be fun, I'm sure. So place yourselves on the map. You'll be on the leftmost side. Just place yourselves all willy-nilly for now. I am going... excuse me. I'm going to adjust my current camera to have it seen so everyone can see. There we go. Alright. Now that's set up, and the music is playing. I get to pull out my drawing tool. So Cameron, how these dungeons work is I effectively get to build them, and you guys get to play through them as we go. And I'll basically be randomly generating through my own brain cell powers the dungeons you guys will be facing.
Oh, kick ass.
Yep. All right. So to kind of get you guys a base understanding, you guys are probably spawning in around here-ish. This is where the platform drops off. And similar to the situations you all have seen before, you all are visibly in a room that has just a pitfall. Except this time, that appears to almost be all that there is. However, I will have... Dylan, why are you not on the screen?
I'm about to be. Boink.
Okay, place your character.
I was like, I was too zoomed in, and I was like looking around. I was like, where the hell is this thing? Oh, there it is.
So, I want everyone to roll me a perception check as they enter. And also, while this is happening, feel free to roleplay, Cameron, because this is your character's first time entering into one of these.
Okay, so, but before you got cut off, I entered this room. It's just nothing but a drop in a void. And now,
That you can tell right off the bat.
Okay, so I'm just looking around. Yeah. I'm flabbergasted. I'm looking down at the ground, and immediately, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to spit off the side. I'm gonna listen for it to hit the ground.
Jeez. So this is actually kind of interesting that you did this. We will actually go to Burbo first before your fun little experiment happens. Burbo, you walk over to the edge and look down, and yes, the drop is immense, nearly endless. But you squint your eyes and you look way, way, way on the other side of the place ahead of you. You can faintly see the glowing lights of what looks to be a door. Similar to the gates that you guys have passed through in other challenges of the shrines. And as you see this, Tungten, your very smart role-playing has worked actually in your favor, because you were actually secretly unlocked the mechanic of this room. As when you spit out into this fall, you expect it to go down, but it starts to rise and go up.
Huh?
And then you put your hand out and over, and you notice your fur is rising. What? And that's when you notice there is an immense amount of wind in this area.
Whoa.
Oh, now that looks fun.
Ooh, okay. So, I'm going to...
Wait, like, is this anti-gravity or is it just a bunch of wind? I don't think a bunch of wind is gonna help me.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that is a good point. I do need to mention something. When you are looking around, you do notice little flecks of this blue energy flowing with the wind around it.
Huh. Well, hey, y'all got a rock to throw?
You ain't touching my rock, Rose. You will die.
See, I got a feeling this gust of wind's gonna keep me up in the air, but I'm not trying to dive off the edge of a cliff. You feel me? I'm just kidding. Oh, I know. I'm going to pick. I'm gonna pick through my fur for bugs. I'm gonna throw a little tick in the winds.
Gross.
I mean, I still got a couple torches.
Roll me an
I can throw one of those.
investigation.
Does this thing float? Does this little bug float? Can it hold me?
You do. You pick out like a little flea on yourself, and you throw it into the wind, and much like the spit that you had just previously spat out, it begins to fly up and up and up. And as you're watching this, you suddenly see a torch being thrown into the wind, and suddenly it starts to spin, and then it levels out a bit and starts to kind of hover in the air, and then just kind of stays. It slowly drifts forward.
Hmm.
Well, I've seen enough. I'm jumping in. Woo!
Oh dear. So,
Okay.
Burbo, roll me in acrobatics. This will determine. Oh dear. So here's what
God.
happened.
Oof.
Burbo, you jump all the way across, hoping to have some form of levitation. Unfortunately for you, gravity takes control as you are sent careening across, and you slam into the other wall, not realizing that there is less gravity here, which means when you move, your momentum carries. And you slam, and you're just kind of hovering above this platform below you. But the platform is way, way, way below you.
Well, I made it across. That's a win in my book.
You have begun to spin.
Why are you upside down? Oh, now you're right side up. Oh, now you're upside down again.
But Burbo, you're not the pukey type, are you?
What?
You're not the pukey type, are you?
I can't hear you over there.
Nice. You very easily control yourself. And instead of just slamming into the wall and losing control, you were able to go in any singular direction of your choice without worrying. So you can kind of choose in a singular line where you want to go and have full control over that. You will not slam into the wall, and you can even stop midway if you so choose.
Any direction?
Any direction. So if you're going for Burbo, you can go the full distance. That's up to you, or you can stop halfway.
You know what? I'll stop right about here,
All right.
and I want to see if I can notice. I guess just notice anything to like unlock the secrets of this room. You feel me?
All right. Roll me a perception check then.
Well, damn.
Damn, Tungton is rolling hot.
Ooh.
So Tungton, you look around as you're floating. You kind of you're heading for Burbo, but as you're looking around, as you're flying across, you begin to slow down because something has caught your eye. You look ahead, and far off in the distance, there appears to be and I'm going to switch my marker size here. Far off in the distance, there appears to be this floating gem.
Cha-ching!
Oh dear. It's glowing bright orange, and for those who have been in the other challenges, you all know this to be an activation stone, one that will turn off and change things around the space you are in.
Oh, I've never seen a gem like you before. Come to Papa.
Yep. You easily are able to traverse the place, and you get over to the gem.
Come to Daddy.
I'm gonna try and rip it up.
The moment you reach out and grab it, it's floating in the air just like you are. The moment you reach out and grab it and hug this thing, it changes color from orange to a bright let me do this, to a bright green. And as you're holding on to it, you suddenly feel yourself beginning to lower down slowly. It's not the same fall as, like, it's not an instant fall, but it is lowering you. And Burbo, you also feel this same thing.
Yeah, Burbo's fucking puking up a storm over there. Damn. Also, like, I know I already know the answer to this, but can I put this thing in my pocket?
You could try.
Oh shit! Yeah, I want to try. How do I do that? What's a roll?
It's a gigantic crystal, almost your size.
In that case, I'm going to I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm going to dead ass try and drag
He's
it
gonna
back.
be packing this thing with him. All right. Before you do that, we will move on to the onlookers. Aki, you have just witnessed this stuff happen, and you also have noticed that there is a pressure change in the room the moment he touched the crystal and it turned green. You also visibly saw both of them lower down from where they were standing, with Burbo actually getting closer to the platform a little bit.
So reaching out to like feel it, will it lift me at all, or
Yes.
is like
So what you
okay.
notice is across from you where Burbo leapt into the void, he was able to actually float the entire time.
Hmm.
And what
I don't
you
know how I'm gonna
is
touch the ground.
that this space can carry you easily, more than enough.
Okay.
I'm back.
Ozaki, you're upside down. Oh, you're upside down. You're right side up again.
Huh.
Also, Burbo's spinning.
Yeah, that rock roast isn't sitting well with me right now.
I'll try and make my way across as well and join Burbo. Maybe if I can try to help stabilize him.
All right. Roll me acrobatics. Let's see how good of control
I
you
am.
have.
Um
So, you said you launched your way in the direction of Burbo, correct?
Yeah.
You do. And
Oh.
the unfortunate
Oh,
side
no.
effect is you are unable to control the speed as to which you do this. So you run over here and you smack into Burbo. You both will roll a 1d6 for... Actually, no. One of you roll a 1d6, and that is how much bludgeoning damage you take as you smack into each other. But then, Burbo... Okay, you both take 1 damage. Burbo, you are immediately bounced into the wall and are sent flying in another direction. And over here
Can I
is
say
where
that
you
as
stop.
like, oh god, and like as I'm going that direction, it's all floating everywhere.
Oh god.
You are immediately bounced to the opposing side of the field, and you just manage to hit the wall and also slowly begin to spin yourself.
Oh god, I'm spinning even faster now.
I gotta like just zoom out of the map so people on the stream side can see where everyone's at. There we go. Velk. Or actually, Aki, I guess before I do you want to do anything else, or are you gonna just hug the wall?
Actually, you know what?
What?
This would have been so much. No. Never mind.
Okay.
I don't think that's gonna work.
He-
I don't
he's
think that's
saving
what I wanted.
something. All right, then we'll move on to Velk. You have just witnessed Burbo sling himself over to the other wall and slam into it with unabated speed. It almost as if this room is completely without friction. And you also just watched as Tungten effortlessly swam through the air, stopped midway, and discovered a floating gem that no one had seemingly seen before. And the moment he touched it, the strength of the air around you lowered, and everyone began to slowly float lower down. And then you watched Aki ping pong Burbo around as he unfortunately could not control his speed.
I see.
Now you got good luck dodging all the rock roast up, Chuck.
Oh.
Alright, well, in that case, what I do is that I walk over to the edge with just my hands in my pocket, and I just, like, very gently just do a teeny little hop and start, like, essentially hovering towards over here.
What I will say is roll me acrobatics. Let's see how
Eek.
good that hop is.
Hip.
Okay. I think that is enough to do a controlled hop. It won't get you very far, but what I will say is 30, like your movement speed amount, you were able to move anywhere from the platform out.
Alright, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right.
Uh.
While you're floating out, you could kind of get a better view of the general area. You see, again, Tungten hugging this crystal a little too lovingly, and Burbo spinning once again, but this time chunks of his own breakfast floating around him.
I
And
see.
then Velk kind of just hung against the wall.
I call out to Tungten. Hey, Tungten!
What's your name? Well, yeah.
Do me a favor. Punch the crystal.
This beautiful crystal. Punch it.
And similar to before, it goes from a green back to an orange. And you all feel yourself raised back up again. You have seemingly
Ooh.
raised up 10 feet.
You don't look like an emerald or a sapphire. That's it. That's all I'm gonna do. Okay.
Just so you know, Tungten, I don't think we'll be able to take that back with us.
Like
Oh, God.
licking it and shit.
Just actually losing his fucking mind.
I love Tungten. Alright. Velk, roll me a perception check.
Let's see. Boink.
Easily enough. You notice the crystal that Velk is, or not Velk, that Tungten is holding, and the thought occurs to you, there might be more. And you look around, and surely enough, you spot another one on the opposing side of Tungten, kind of near-ish to Burbo, but on the opposing side.
Okay. I guess whenever it's my turn, I'll start swimming to it.
Yep. And with that, I think it's Burbo's turn. Burbo, you have been spinning for a bit, and then you've actually managed to finally come to a crawl.
Oh wait, no,
You're
I can
longer
fucking
spinning.
teleport. What am I doing?
Can you wait? Can you teleport to a space? You can teleport to a space you can see, right?
Yep.
All right, and teleporting doesn't require any movement, so technically, yeah, you would just displace yourself in a spot.
Yeah, you have it set to where it's a fucking bonus action. It's kind of overpowered.
It is, yes. It is to an extent. With that being said, Burbo, you finally managed to stop spinning.
Oh.
Chunks of your previous breakfast are floating around you.
I just realized, is that the first time that... No. He's seen me use my teleport before.
Yeah.
Oh, me?
Yeah, Tungten.
Tungten?
Oh no, I have not, and I still haven't. I'm busy trying to cop a feel with this crystal.
I see.
Did I ever see the other crystal that they were talking about? Like, there's another one, you said?
That's if Velk points it out. Without his help, you would not see it. But if you wish to roll and look for it or another, you can.
I guess I'll roll that.
Unfortunately, it is still a little hard for you to focus. Your stomach is messed up, and your eyes are like rolling in the back of your head a bit. It's a lot to handle with what you just did. With that, you still have the ability of moving around, attempting to. And you do see a lot of your companions floating around different parts of this area. What do you do?
I guess I'm gonna attempt to swim back towards Aki. See if I can figure out how this area is working.
You know what to do.
What role is it, actually?
Acrobatics. I really hope you roll. Yay! We love this!
Yay!
And immediately you're like, oh, don't worry, Aki, I'm coming. And you kick off the wall and careen towards Aki at full speeds. Inversing what he had done to you, except
Oh,
it's
no!
worse. So, before,
Oh, God!
you both took 1d6. And we will have Burbo do the 1d6, but you'll be taking a 1d10, please.
I'm doing a
Oh,
1d10.
God, Burbo, yeah, you're gonna roll a 1d10. That's for yourself. That's the amount of damage you take as he slams into you.
Oh.
Not bad. You
Oh,
managed to just
actually
kinda,
less than you.
Yeah, you managed to just duck before he like fully slams, like full body slams you. But much as you had seen before, he hits you, and this ping pongs you. I think this is gonna be funny. Over to Tungten. sends the crystal flying in another direction and Tungton in the opposite direction.
God damn it! What is this? A fucking game of pool?
My crystal!
Middle pocket on the right.
The good news is, you notice the crystal turns green and you all begin to lower again.
Archie, what you gonna do that for?
I hurt. I'm sorry.
We were having a moment. I think her name was Quartz.
Not sure that's a quartz, pal.
With that, Aki, it is your turn.
Oh. Ooh.
What do you do?
Oh man, I guess I should probably try and go back. Because, you know.
Where are you going? Oh no, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go back towards Burbo.
Roll acrobatics.
Can I actually? Okay, is that the other crystal in up?
So
here,
you don't
up
see
here?
that other one. Only Velk does, and he has not disclosed its location.
Okay.
He
cool.
has just been watching you guys ping pong around the place.
All right.
Probably enjoying the scenery, honestly.
All right. Sorry, Burbo. Oof.
And sorry you are, as once again you begin to swim into the air and your speed picks up once again, and to a much less degree due to the distance. You still hit him. I don't think you would take damage, and if you did, it would be very minimal, but I'm not going to count it this time because it wasn't as big of a distance. But you once again, poor Burbo, he gets sent flying, and I'm going to try and think this out. He would hit the wall. Oh, nope, didn't mean to grab that. He would hit the wall, and then, so let me see. So that, nope, stop it. This to that, and then into over here. And that's where Burbo goes.
Bye, Burbo.
I will note, Burbo, you do actually notice the crystal flying right by you. Seemingly floating on a similar level to you.
This is a weird game of Plachinko.
Aki, do you wish to do anything else?
No. No, I'm gonna stay right here.
He is just ping-ponging. Alright. With that, I think it's Tungton's turn?
What? My beloved! Not quite a quartz, I couldn't tell what it was. But either way, so now, Cody, I'm against the wall here. Can I roll acrobatics with advantage? Like I'm pushing off the wall.
Okay, hold on.
Do you allow this?
I have had people push off the walls in descriptions and then not give them advantage, so unfortunately that's a no. But you can give your best acrobatics.
Completely fair. I'm diving straight for the crystal again. Holy
And you
shit,
do
I didn't need it.
very easily. Your love is too true.
Mine!
you grab it, and it's perfect. You catch it within your arms, and you are once again remet with your love, the crystal. But unfortunately, the green once again fades to an orange, and you all begin to rise again. Do you do anything else?
Yes, I do. I'm going to take my claws in an attempt to figure out what this is. I'm going to tap it multiple times over the course of many turns.
Oh no.
Jeez. Well, then once again, bing, turns green as everyone once again goes back down. It's a fucking roller coaster.
Can we do it so that like every turn alternates because I'm just banging on it?
Pretty much. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Valk, it's your turn. You're currently being brought up and then back down.
Tungton, stop playing with that thing!
I'm trying to figure out what it is. It looks valuable. Ain't never seen nothing like it.
Just keep it green!
I'm going to disregard his directions and keep tapping it.
No, here, think of it like this. The orange, that's amber, right? Amber isn't nearly as much as emerald.
Oh, you're cutting out. Amber isn't what?
Nearly worth as much as emerald.
You got me there, but this is clearly something else. This isn't emerald or amber. This is like some other third thing.
Well, you
that's
can pawn it
clearly
off as emerald.
Nah, I see her value far more than you do, and that's what I say.
Alright.
Ah.
Jeez. So, Velk, you know of the location of another crystal that is currently by Burbo, and Burbo had just witnessed it fly past him as he kind of hit the wall.
Burbo, you
You
see
do.
the crystal next to you?
Yeah.
Grab it and turn it green.
Grab it.
Grab.
It's a little out of my reach.
Well, reach it. You got big arms. Oh shit, he doesn't know how to swim. No fucking wonder he's having such a hard time.
You know, that actually makes a fuck ton of sense. That's really funny. But with that, Velk, are you going to do anything else with your turn, or are you going to
Well,
it over to Burbo?
I'm just gonna keep making my way to Burbo. Alright, so
roll me
there...
acrobatics.
Oh yeah, I need to do an
And then-
acrobatics,
oh, you're
don't I?
teleporting. Yeah,
Well, I'll say
acrobatics
I'll...
or teleport them.
Yeah.
Or are you just going to teleport?
I'm gonna teleport and then also do acrobatics.
It's just enough to manage your speed. Once again, your full movement speed should be allowed.
Okay.
Alright. With that, Burbo, you are near enough to the crystal. What do you wish to do with it?
I'm trying to reach it. I must reach. Why can't I move? Wait. I can't even reach the wall either.
Just stay put.
They're the same distance away.
His arm's just flailing. You know what? It is actually enough to get you to move a little bit. You move half your movement speed.
Oh, I was gonna say I moved towards the wall so I could use it for leverage.
Burbo.
You know what? I like this. This is funny. Continue.
Thank God, I made it to the wall. Now I can push off it again towards the crystal.
No.
Acrobatics again. Please. Damn it. I was hoping it would be lower. It, again, you're
I
able
was
to move
too.
half movement speed. You manage well enough. You're able to control yourself a little better. You're getting the hang of it, Burbo. You're learning.
Yeah.
You're learning. Maybe
Yoink.
this is the first steps to him learning how to
Well-
swim.
Was that half your movement speed?
Oh wait, I forgot movement speed. Right.
I was about to say, it's like, damn. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and
How did I
change
make
the
it right
crystal.
there?
The moment you grab the crystal with your big frickin' hands, it turns green, and once again, you all feel yourself lower. For now. And as this happens, Aki, it is your turn. What are you going to do?
How close am I to the platform?
You are probably about 20 to 30 feet down. Or 20 to 30 feet away. It's still a good hefty
Okay.
bit, but you're getting near it.
I guess I'll look around for another crystal.
Perception check. Easily
Hey.
enough. You, now knowing how this game works, you gauge the area around you, and on the opposing corner to the leftmost side, you very faintly see a crystal floating in the air.
Right. I guess I'll just try to launch myself towards the other side.
Alright?
In terms of like travel, what was it? Is there like a set
Acrobatics to-
distance that we're actually doing?
So
or...
basically, if you roll above a 10 or around enough of a 10, you're able to go your movement speed, or half your movement speed, depending on how low. So basically, at 10-ish, half your movement speed. A little above, your full movement speed. And if you just go drastically above that, like near a nat 20, you are able to just go the full distance of the area without running into ping-ponging. But if you low below any of that, it's ping-pong time.
Right. Cool. Then yeah, I'll launch myself away. Yep.
And launch you do, as once again, you ping-pong into the crystal, and it gets sent... Oh, shit, hold on, trying to grab that, and I grab something else. Can I do that? No, it isn't. It gets sent to this wall, actually this corner, and then just kind of... someone roll me a 1d2 real fast. Thank you. It rolls and it kind of flows upwards to over here. It kind of stops just before the platform. But as it does that, and as you have hit it with your body, it turns green. However, you are disorientated a bit. And any perception roll, similar to what Burbo would have had if he had decided to look around, would have been at disadvantage while you were disoriented.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah, he is much similar to Burbo, is beginning to spin. But once again, you all feel yourself lowered down, getting closer to the bottom. So, Tungten. No, wait. Is it Tungten or is it Velk? I think it's Velk's turn.
No. It was...
Wait, is it Tungten? No,
I think it's me.
Turn.
Yeah, it's me. Okay.
So if I remember, Tink.
Yeah. Yep. Tink.
And Velk, Aki, you have felt accomplished. You had still a little harshly managed to hit the crystal and lower everyone down closer to the platform. But suddenly you feel yourself raised back up as you hear tink as Tungten has once again hit the crystal.
And now, with a little bit of clairvoyance, Tungten is gonna realize, these things can't be that valuable for how easy it was to get them. He's starting to think this isn't some kind of rare gem, but some sort of mechanism of the puzzle.
Oh dear.
Now, he has forgotten what color it needs to be. So, he's gonna do a perception for another one.
No. Roll me perception. Easily enough. There is one, in the back left-hand corner. Or back, I guess that'd be right-hand corner where you're facing. Boink, 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 boink. Sitting way over there on its lonesome.
Okay. So, this revelation. Emerald is worth more than amber. Tink!
Oh,
and,
shit.
Will you allow me to acrobatics towards this thing?
I don't think you've done any movements yet, have you?
Nah, I ain't done shit. All I've done is...
So, you should be able to do your acrobatics then.
Acrobatics. Splink. Damn!
Damn! This man's got the schmooze, and easily enough, you're able to go exactly where you wish to go.
You see, the secret is, I don't act like I'm swimming through air. I'm digging through air.
Yeah, there you go. You don't have to swim, you dig.
Okay.
And the moment you get near the crystal and you grab it like you did the other one, tink! And with that, you all level down towards the platform's level.
I think next up is Velk.
Yep. You've now noticed that a lot of the crystals are now green, and you are at the level of the platform that was much lower before. As a matter of fact, to make it even more obvious that you are now on its level, I will make the line a similar thickness.
Oh.
Okay.
So you gonna roll for us till I get there, or is it safe to say we solve the puzzle?
We'll see.
Okay.
Because, Velk, now that you have noticed everything is completed, you will have noticed that there is, in fact, the door is gated off.
It's gated off?
Yep.
Well, first things first, I need to get this fool onto solid ground. I'm gonna teleport to, like, right here. and then push off the wall and push Burbo towards the platform.
The gate.
Yeah, the gate.
Roll me acrobatics to see how well you can push Burbo.
I panic and I throw the crystal.
No.
Oh dear. It's fair. You won't push him far, but you'll push him in the direction. He will go about
He's
right
at least
here.
floating in that direction, as long as he
Yes.
doesn't do something stupid.
Burbo, do you actually throw the crystal?
Yes, that wasn't a joke.
Give me a strength. I want to see how bad this is about to be. Okay. So where he had originally been sitting, maybe it drifted a little bit before he actually chucked it, but eventually he sends it flying. And it hits this wall. And then turns orange. And you all raise up again.
God damn it, Burbo!
It bounces back
Yeah.
in an opposing direction. And hits this wall. And then turns green. And then it bounces one more time. And hits the crystal next to Dalton. And turns orange. And turns his orange as well.
Oh my god.
And you raise up twice.
Ah!
Ah, crap, the crystal to visit.
Well,
what
it's
I
up to
want-
Tungton now.
It's up to me, but I gotta wait my turn though.
So, with this, I actually want everyone, or actually no, specifically Velk. I want Velk to roll me a perception check.
Alright, perception.
Perceptionis. Not enough. You look around, noting that the gate is still shut somehow. Though you did, for a moment, activate all the known crystals. You look around and you don't know where the last one's at. With that, I believe it's Burbo's turn. Burbo, what do you do as you slowly drift towards the platform?
Oh my god, where did I end up going? I'm gonna look around and see if I happen to see another crystal. Nope.
Jesus
Oh!
Christ. Alright. You don't.
Well, I guess I'd try to head to the platform. See if I can do this. I can do this. I can't do this.
It won't be as bad, because you don't have a lot of momentum to gain. But you bounce to this wall and then kind of ricochet off a bit and drift a little bit ahead of it. You're not at the platform exactly, but you're close. With that, Aki, I believe it to be your turn.
I believe it so. I guess.
Alright.
Yeah, I have disadvantage on perception and all that. I think I'm going to just try and get back to the other platform.
Alright, roll me acrobatics.
There we go.
Good
Oh,
enough. I think that's good enough to give you your full movement speed across. Alright, you're heading in a direction.
yay!
You know what? To speed things up, I'll let you do double your movement speed.
Whoa!
That way you're not just not doing, you're not moving that much.
Hey!
Like how I just noticed you're heading slowly towards one of the crystals. With that, it should be Tungton's turn. You're sitting next to both of the crystals that were now orange, that are
Tink,
now
tink.
orange. And exactly that. And once again, you all begin to lower down. And you are now all level with the platform once again. Though you now note, Tungton, since you are now observant of how this puzzle works, that the gate across where the platform is does seem to be shut. Roll me a perception check.
Still shut. Perception. Fuck.
All y'all are blind today. Unfortunately, you look around and you are just as puzzled as Velk is. There seems to be a missing piece of this puzzle that you are unaware of. With that, it is
wait,
Velk's
wait.
turn.
Can I do one more thing?
Oh yeah, that's right. You should have movement.
So I do have movement. Now first, I want to look down. Is there anything down still, or is it still just eternal
It's
void?
still eternal void.
Eternal void. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna acrobatics just towards the middle. You know. Damn, I'm good.
Jesus. It never
Right,
misses.
right
That's
here in
actually-
the middle.
That's full control. Yeah.
Right here in the middle. So next time I get a chance, I can assess, get a good assessment of everything that's going on. And I think that's it for me.
Yep. Velk, your turn.
Alrighty then.
Wanna look around again?
Yep.
Do it.
Boink. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Yay!
Fuck. Yeah, no, unfortunately, the dice are not with you today. Just all you have is movement speed. You're still trying to figure things out. Hey, easily, man. You're able to go where you want.
Okay,
I think
cool.
we gotta punch
I'm
the
heading
door
this
again.
way. And then I teleport with my mind. Boink.
Yep.
Anyway, end of turn.
Yep. With that, Burbo, it is your turn. Wait, is Burbo still gone? Sounds like it. Aki, we'll just go to you.
Okay.
You are no
I guess
longer
I'll.
dizzy, by the way.
Yeah, I'll peer around the room, seeing if the gate's still closed and that the other two guys are still
Please roll
looking.
good, I beg you.
All right, here you go. A nat 20 for you, sir.
I hope. Fuck!
I think I've done my job.
Someone use their eyes, please. Unfortunately, you are looking around and also unable to see anything. You still have your movement, if you wish to use it.
Oh yeah, I guess I'll just try and get close to the platform.
All right.
Bam!
Dear
Sweet.
God. Close to the platform you do get. But unfortunately, oh jeez, you, damn it, you managed to hit Burbo just a bit, and it kind of sends him flying back. Oh God, this was a distance too, so this has got some charge to it. And he promptly slams against this wall and begins to spin as you float in this air.
I'm back. I
Burbo,
literally just
because
got
your
back.
turn was skipped for Aki, I will actually let you take your turn now.
Oh no, not again! I gotta get back there.
Oh my god.
Jeez. Oh no. Oh no.
Oy
He's
vey.
gotta get back. Back he does as he slams into... I'm sorry. Velk,
Yeah.
roll a 1d10. I did not think this puzzle would be this way, but it's been interesting.
There's been a
Okay, that's how much damage you take as he slams into you, and
Yeah.
then sends you promptly flying and ping-ponging off the wall a bit.
Alright.
Ping, and then you float to about right here.
Damn it, Burbo!
Man, y'all throw a clumsy.
Time! Duncan has easily been flying through this place. Not an issue in the world. Every single roll, and then you guys are ping-ponging all over the place. Jeez!
I can't even swim. I got these short little stubby legs.
Got great arms. With that, Tungton, it's your turn.
Man, I'm gonna do another perception. This time, it's gonna be more than a 1.
You're right, and it was, and it is enough. Thank fuck. You are looking around, and a thought occurs to you. Wait, what if it's not around us? What if it's above us? And you look up, and underneath the platform you guys walked in on is a gigantic crystal attached to the
Oh.
base of the platform.
Oh. Ooh. So, how, like, am I level with it?
No, you are far away from it.
Far below it. Okay.
Oh, it
And
crashed again.
oh fuck, Ethan crashed again. Damn it. that man's gotta get a ground wire. Like, honestly,
Yeah,
like,
that's
if
wild.
if your computer's not plugged into a ground wire, just don't use your computer. Like, dead ass. That thing needs power. But so I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream to everyone. Hey! I found the last crystal! I'm gonna point up to it. All the way up there. And hopefully I got
Easily
someone's
enough. attention.
Hopefully, like, I don't know, Velk, Aki. Somehow I don't think Burbo got the message, but
Burbo's brain is currently MIA.
It looks like we gotta deactivate the crystals again.
so,
What?
I said it looks like we gotta deactivate the crystals again.
Look, I got a
Or
6.
we shoot
I'm not
it.
able to hear you.
Just shoot it.
Shit. Oh.
I was waiting for someone to say that. This entire time, you guys
Look,
have been careening
I can
at
figure
these
that out.
things.
I've been thinking that this whole time. I was like, Burbo will never say that. I want to let somebody else
course
figure this
not.
shit out.
That's why I love Burbo. He's great.
okay, so I don't have. So question, I don't necessarily like have a rock, but
You could rock throw. You basically have shit in your inventory from where you have been digging, right? So I think that's fair enough. Also, that easily hits. That's a fucking 21.
holy shit.
Nice.
All right,
I'm
nice.
excited.
Easily enough. You
Just
throw it like
catapults
a fucking
it.
pro.
Like a
And ping! It turns green, and immediately the gate that you had seen prior alights and opens.
All right, cool. Let's get
And-
out of here.
You all are able to easily, and I won't have you roll, drift over
God.
towards the platform. Jeez.
In fact, it actively sucks you towards it with a wind current.
I
Out
want to
of
get on.
curiosity.
Yeah,
I
out of
would hear the
curiosity.
Kirby suck sound. Well, actually, Burbo did a really good acrobatics just then. Tungton finally failed that, but we're not gonna count.
But I finally looked around and realized, oh jeez, I can't swim and go careening towards everyone.
You slam in and push everyone through the door.
No, it would make sense for them to have an accurate direction. Just went through way too hard.
Yeah. But you eventually make it to the other side, finally completing the puzzle. And on the other side, for the sake of brevity, you immediately are met with the treasure room. You see, and I say this lightly, but you see this little staircase platform that leads to a single chest, and then beyond that is that same crystalline cage that was, I guess it's been there the way it's been the whole time. It's just a little tablet thing. The same thing you guys have been using to interact with this puzzle the entire time.
All right. Boink.
I'm in complete awe. So like Tungsten as like an archaeological type of guy, just complete shock and awe. It's kind of settling in what he's even looking at.
Yeah.
Like he was a little concerned with the whole floating puzzle, but now it's like, where the heck am I? What is all this? Is this
All right.
is this underground? Am I in the air? I don't know what any of this is.
So, what we are going to do is, I want everyone to roll me. I'll be honest, I haven't made a loot system for this. I think I'm going to the next time because I would love to actually have like a loot table for this shit. I want everyone to roll me a D100.
Okay.
22 for Tungton. 92 for Burbo. 72 for Aki.
A lot of twos.
And 30 for Valkyrie. That is the amount of rupees you all get from this chest.
Yes. Oh.
Wow.
You guys get a fat check.
Yeah, after all that.
Next time, yeah, I know, right? Fucking, your rolls were well enough,
sorry.
but then they just fell off. None of you could see shit. You all were ping-ponging around the place. That was
I got fucking
supposed to
92.
be
Holy shit.
an easy one. Yes. Yeah, by the way, yes. No, you guys are loaded right now. 2 of you got really high numbers. 2 of you got meh.
Yippee.
Holy shit.
But congratulations, because the moment you accept this chest and then Velk does what he does, you all feel that same energy that was around you in this area envelop you, and much like before, you all are teleported from the space you are in now back up to the top of the shrine. And the shrine that once was orange turns blue. Or it attempts to.
Wow.
Poof. There we go.
Did it.
I don't remember how I did that. And there you go. We'll have a little roleplay moment, and I think we'll be bringing it to a close for today. So, you all exit the tower. Burbo, Tungton, all them others. Except Tungton, this is your first time actually doing a shrine. So, this what happens? What does everyone do as they finally leave this tower?
I'm gonna hold my money in my hand. I'm gonna say, oh sweet, we gotta do more of those. Actually, no. Everyone else go ahead. I'm gonna grovel at my money for a minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold my ribs and go, I hope we don't.
Yeah, that
Hey,
was.
it's not my fault that we always get hurt in them. Maybe it is. It is. It definitely is.
Yeah,
Maybe
that
it is.
definitely could have gone way smoother if people weren't being a little
Hey, at
silly.
least I'm not trying to throw a tree at you.
You even acknowledge that it's a bad idea.
Look, I'm acknowledging that you're a weak bokoblin. Wait, no, you're not a bokoblin. Hylian.
No.
You're not a Hylian?
No.
Ah, I thought I had that right. Damn it.
I'm gonna look at the group. I'm gonna kind of address everyone. Y'all don't seem to be phased at all by that. What the heck was that? It went infinitely in each direction, up and down. Is that what a cave looks like?
No, we've done several of those. It's like a trial of sort.
It becomes mundane quickly.
Huh.
They're always fun.
Nothing to add. Just taking it in.
Yep. And as you take it in, I think it's fair to say that you all begin to kind of recollect yourselves from that little bit of fun airtime. And looking at the map, you know that you have a long trek ahead of yourselves to go. You are quite a ways away from the Gerudo town, and who knows what zany adventures you all will meet along the way. But I guess we'll have to find that out in the next episode. So thank you all for watching. Hope you had as much fun as I did. Hope you had as much fun as my fellow friends and companions and compadres here. And I would like to thank even them for joining me and playing along with this session.
I
think
hope
it will.
somehow had more fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Hell yeah.
Yep. So, with that being said, we're going to be heading off, and we'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.